All right. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. We thought, why not? We had some free time and we were just like, all right, let's do this surprise stream for you guys to tune into. I say we because I've got Hayden on the other side of Discord right now. He'll be completely here in just a minute. But tonight we're going to do another reviewing your cars live type deal. So send in your cars over to my Instagram. I won't be able to put them up on screen because I don't actually have a way to record Instagram on here. Actually, you know what? While we're doing this, while you guys are joining in and all that stuff, what I'm gonna do, it's probably gonna kill the stream, but I'm gonna actually download the Instagram desktop app so I can actually put your guys' cars on screen.
Hello.
Oh, there's Hayden. So I'm being smart this time. I'm downloading the Instagram app so we can actually put people's cars on screen.
Oh, okay.
Even though the Instagram app on PC sucks, but it's
Oh, it's hot garbo.
yeah, but it'll at least allow us to actually be able to put it on screen. So let's hope it doesn't
Damn,
absolutely.
those wheels are $7,000 for the Viper.
Yeah, and he said,
7 grand. God, that's how much I paid for my car.
that's what I don't even know how much math it is. Like,
He could have bought himself an SGK.
yeah, he could. He's
Yeah,
been
what the
wanting
fuck are you
one.
doing, Doug? Come on now. I mean, the wheel's pretty nice.
They are pretty
The
good.
6 lugs throw me the fuck off, though.
Yeah.
Since I've seen that, I'm never able to unsee it. It's one of those situations.
Crap, I'm trying to remember my password. I don't remember my Instagram password. Yeah, so I'm gonna figure that out because I kind of need that.
Oh yeah, your stream is dying.
I don't know my password. Is it lagging out pretty good? Huh? Says we're not dropping frames right now.
See that?
Yeah.
Just expose yourself.
Yeah.
And I know what it is.
Yikes. Did I tell you my password at some point?
No, I've seen you type it in though.
Oh. I just randomly got disconnected from Steam. That's nice.
Oh, GG's.
What is my Instagram password? I don't remember. I'll have to figure this out. I'm just gonna have to hit the forgot password button.
I got a topic to start it off.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. What's your favorite couple builds going around YouTube right now? Like build series
Oof,
that are
that's
currently going down
on
that you
YouTube.
on YouTube, yeah. So if like anybody's
Oh
watching, want to go find
gosh.
something that's like pretty cool
Yeah.
because they might not know about it.
I haven't really been watching a whole lot of other automotive YouTubers, minus like the little circle I do watch.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's just a Sixes Viper is pretty cool. That's a fresh one.
Yeah.
I don't know what street speeds are going on with his, so I can't really give opinions on that one just yet. I don't know what his plans for that car are. I know I saw on Instagram today he bought another car, um, so I'm curious to see how that goes.
Hmm.
I think I remember it now.
Did you see Dustin Williams bought a S2K?
I did. I was actually going to bring that up.
Yeah. So I found that out today. I don't watch him. I've never watched him, I don't think. So I'll watch this one and see how it goes down.
Yeah, I've barely watched any of his stuff.
He put a Jay's Racing exhaust on it today, and it sounds really good.
Is that the one you would go with if you
It's
could?
so expensive.
All right, now we're set. Now I'm able to pull you guys' cars up on Insta, on the gram. It says I have 2 messages. I'm only seeing 1. Oh, it popped up to 2 as soon as I opened it. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, now I've got it able to where when you guys send in your cars, I can be able to actually show them to you on screen, show them off on screen, and we can talk about them and all that stuff. So now we're actually doing this proper this time because last time we got your photos, but then we just kind of had to like. Well, granted, we were sitting right next to each other. We were able to show each other the picture, but obviously you guys weren't able to see what we were talking about. So now this time we've got it to where we can see y'all's cars completely.
We
Um,
started the live stream same time No Jumper did. Rip.
no man, dang it, he's gonna get all the
Damn it!
views.
It says 9 minutes ago for yours, 8 minutes ago for his.
Dang it,
Oh,
dang it, no jumper
goddamn.
stealing my viewers. I doubt anyone. I doubt anyone would like watch me over him anyway. But but yeah, Street Speed ZR1 obviously. I really like that car, but I don't know if that. Well, it technically is still an active build series since he just sent it back down to LMR.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. It's gonna be awesome.
That's gonna be a terrifying car. Judging based on the little thing he put on screen for like a second,
Have you watched
930 wheel.
Have you watched Phil S2K?
I haven't. Isn't that the guy that had the black one?
Yeah, it's got gold TEs on it. They might be reps. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
It has the LED steering wheel.
Yeah,
I remember that.
the carbon fiber one.
Yeah, I remember you showing me that car.
Yeah, he just supercharged it.
There you go. Is it giving you inspiration?
God, dude, I want to boost my car so bad.
Send it.
Oh, dude, man.
I mean,
It'd be so
you'll be
fun.
sending two things. You'll be sending it, and you'll be sending a rod, but it's fine.
Worth it.
Let's see. What other builds on YouTube have I been paying a lot of attention to recently? I think Lethal Camaro got some stuff done in his car, his 6th gen. That car is wild. That's a scary fast Camaro. It's like if you like Camaros, Lethal Camaro's car is like I don't know. I guess you could say like Guitarmageddon or Lethal are like both like the Camaro equivalent of Vicious to Six's Mustang. I don't know which one would be a more accurate. I think it'd be Lethal's car to be closer to like it's just a 6 comparison because Guitarmageddon's car is like a full stripped out track car with a power glide. Granted, neither of them are manual. Lethal's car is an 8-speed car. I think he's got a complete built trans in that car though. I think that thing moves. Oh, Hayden sent a photo.
Your first car to review.
There we go. We can review Hayden's car. I'd have to actually pull up your page since this is how that works. Except I wanted to refresh my messages, which is odd.
Let me send it again.
Oh, I just had to actually pull yours up, but yeah, we can review Hayden's car. A little bit of bias.
Okay.
You sent us yeah, you did. So.
You like that photo I edited?
Yeah. I wish I could pull it up to where our conversation isn't in the background. That's a little difficult. Let's see here. Well, I guess well, I can't even like right-click save. I was trying to keep it to where our conversation isn't visible or us talking about stuff.
Oh, hold on, I got this.
Well, technically, well, yeah, I guess it's kind of private info. There we go. Perfect.
How's that?
Perfect. Okay, so let's go. Let's see here. Where do I have that at? There we go. My window capture there. There we go. So now you guys can see Hayden's SGK here. Kinda. Hold on. There we go. Perfect.
Hold on, I'm on a delay.
I had to actually full screen it. But yeah, so there's Hayden's S2000, of course. You guys know this car. So what's cool about this time, though, the way we're doing it, since we're doing it this way this time, you guys are able to actually interact as well and talk about the cars. So this is a side profile of Hayden's car. So is that your script looks actually like the actual badge in this picture? I just noticed that the little side decal, like the way it's reflecting.
I went ham on the editing.
Yeah, use Lightroom.
Around on my mom's Photoshop.
Oh, okay. So you used actual Photoshop.
Mm.
Which is kind of cool. It gives like a good stock look. You guys can't really see the Duraflex bumper too much, right? Well, my pointer doesn't.
This is an old photo. This is before that was.
Oh, okay. So this is an early photo of the car.
This is like probably a year ago.
But yeah, the car has always been, as I've said, as you guys saw, I kind of sucked up to the car quite a lot in Monday's video, or yesterday's video actually. So yeah, car's always as cool as possible. Hopefully we'll get to do some more stuff with it here very soon. That'd be, pretty cool. I don't know what you've got planned for it right now.
Need funds.
Yeah.
I need to go back to work.
Yeah, we need this to end so we can so I can get back to work and so Hayden can, and we can get back to our stuff. Dang. Oh man. I'm just creeping up on Instagram stories right now. But yeah, so if you guys want to send in your cars to review, you guys can through my Instagram, which is in the title of the stream, so you guys can do that. And okay, so Deep Blue 50 actually just messaged me. He's been a pretty long time subscriber. So let's pull that up. He's got an S550. He's one of the only people in S550 that actually follows me. That's kind of cool.
Ooh.
It's like him and I think Nemesis 50. They're the only two big Mustang pages that follow me, or just Mustang people in general that follow me. So let's see.
Guarantee I'm the only S2K that follows you.
I think so, actually. So here we go. Pull this up here. So this is on his Instagram page. You guys can go and check it out. We'll start off with this one. I might. Is there any way I can zoom this in? But it's a 2015 Mustang GT. My favorite color.
Ooh,
the
like
S50 came in. Deep Impact Blue is like one of my favorite colors of Mustangs. I'm a grabber guy, but Deep Impact is just such a good color. I've always said if I bought one, I'd get one in Deep Impact or something similar.
You used to say you paint your truck though.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on painting the truck was Deep Impact. I still might. I mean, who knows? But I can't tell what kind of wheels those are. They definitely are different. They're definitely aftermarket. I do really like that style, especially because I don't know if it's a performance pack car. I actually like those more than performance pack wheels. Those look really good. Here's another good one right here with an RS.
Ooh,
that's a good picture. Nice little metropolitan, or not metropolitan, downtown Chicago in the background. That's always a really good place to shoot photos at. I just like the scenery.
I think the headlights are tinted. That looks nice.
They are.
Hell yeah.
Another good one. He's got what looks like a grill delete of sorts, which I've always liked on the S550. It's nice to see a change because everyone does the GT350 front nowadays. So it's really nice to see someone still rocking the stock front. And I think it is a performance pack. I see the front lip here.
Yeah, that shit looks mean as fuck.
And I like the wheels, like I said. That RS also looks good behind it. I
want to drive an RS so bad.
Me too, dude. I'd like to drive. I want to drive something fast. I'm kind of getting sick of 215 or like 210 horsepower. So here's another picture of the car. Again, tinted lights, always a good move. S150 actually came with, I think, with LED headlights out of the factory, which is nice. So that's always a good move. So all in all, the car looks fantastic. He's got an exhaust video. I don't know if anyone can hear it. Ripped up a good old burnout. So yeah.
God dang.
He was shredding.
I'm scared to do that. I'm scared my diff will break.
Yeah, that's why if you guys saw Monday's video with Hayden's car, he chirped the tires a little bit, but he's a little anxious to dump the clutch because the S2000's diffs and the AP1s or Senators would just spontaneously combusting. So
you can find like hundreds of videos online of that happening. It's so embarrassing, and I don't want that to happen.
S2K Graham's got S2K Graham's got a couple good videos of people just grenading their stuff.
It sounds so bad.
But yeah, there's a Doge. Looks like a German Shepherd, which is pretty cool. I like German Shepherds. Can't go wrong with a good old Doge. I wish mine would take pictures of my car, but I mean, if I tried to take pictures of her, she was just so small, you wouldn't be able to see her.
Yeah.
Yeah, this car is really dope. I like this a lot. You guys know I'm a Mustang guy at heart. As much as I like, and as much as I talk about Camaros and Corvettes and stuff like that, I'm a Mustang guy at heart. So
that was my doing.
Yeah, he corrupted me. This is another really good picture. I like this too. It's just Deep Impact with the graffiti.
Oh damn! He's from Chicago and drives that. Good God.
I'm one of it. I don't know if it's manual or not. But if it is, I bet it's a nightmare to drive it like that in town. Just
has a daily.
Yeah, I think he does. I think that's what this Jeep down here is.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's got an old Jeep. I'm not good with Jeeps, so I don't know the generations. Looks like maybe I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, so don't flame me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna say it's a TJ.
Which you're probably so wrong.
I probably am. I really don't know Wranglers that well at all.
I don't know anything about Jeep.
Like, I know the JK and the JL. That's as far as I know, because those are the two most recent ones. But yeah, so that's Deep Blue .50 on Instagram, .50 on Instagram. You guys can go check out his car here. Um, really clean car that you guys should go check out if you like Mustangs. Um, Up the chat. I don't know why I haven't had the chat pulled up, but yeah. If there's any other people wanting to shoot their car in, let me go ahead and turn this back off for now. So yeah, that was a really good start. That was a really good start. Outlaw T5R, keep up the great content. I appreciate that. We'll do. Um, we should go back and do some of the cars we couldn't show off last go around. What do you think?
Sure.
Let's see. Where is Outlaw's cars? Because I remember he did message me. There he is. So we're gonna do a couple cars that we covered in the last time we did this, but obviously we couldn't show you guys the actual pictures of the car. So we'll cover like a couple of the ones we did. Outlaws in particular, since he's here in the chat, we'll do. So this is his page, Outlaw 5R, Outlaw T5R. So one thing I've seen that he really is good at is this like really cool like bumper kind of deal. I forget what he calls it, but it's actually a really cool little thing. Smooths out the rear bumper and then has the plate towards the bottom and like the under fascia. Which is really cool. And he's got those Raxium taillights on these, not the like the 4GT style, but the ones that kind of just blend into the deck lid.
Mm-hmm.
This car pulls it off fantastically. We've seen some around here that have these exact same taillights, and it doesn't work. They don't work on every car, but this one with the white, like the color scheme you went with,
makes it too.
Yeah, that wing helps a lot, or spoiler, whichever one in particular you want to go with.
Is the diffuser painted from the factory like that?
I'm not sure. I think they might on certain models. I think I wouldn't say on this one. I think this one probably had aftermarket painted. Yeah, I like this. The car pulls that off very well. Looks like it's lowered, which is nice because S550s and S550s aren't as bad as previous gens. Like S197s are just oof. They come so tall from the factory. Yeah. So, but this one looks lowered. I remember he said it's got I think 22 by 12s on the rear. So I mean, it's some meaty boys. What's odd though is most cars they can't pull off 22s. They usually look way too big on the cars. But the S550 actually looks right at home, like in this picture. Yeah, I mean, bigger cars can pull off bigger wheels, which is really nice. So these 22s look right at home. It's not ugly by any means. The wheels I actually like the style too. I like the gunmetal with the chrome lip and all that. Again, that bumper is just so unique. It's actually really cool having a unique setup like that. So there's actually a before and after picture of that. So he's got the before picture where the plate was in the bumper, and then with the new bumper. There's actually the old taillights too, looks like, before moving to the current setup he's got on the back of the car, which has those Raxiums and the plate and the diffuser. So this is another really cool Mustang that you guys should go follow. Outlaw T5R here on Instagram. You guys can see this cool setup on this car because this car is really cool. And I believe at one point he had said he wants to come down here for a review eventually, so I might actually get to review this car. It'll be the first S550 I've gotten to review for the channel, so we might get that done soon. So let's see. Do we have any other ones come in so far? Let's see. I'm trying to remember who all we did during that stream, and we can kind of go back and recover cars. There's his message. That's right. Chandler wanted us to do his car when we did the last stream, so we can talk about Chandler's Miata. I've known Chandler for a few years, so we'll come over to Chandler's page. I don't even know if he's watching the stream. He doesn't. I'm not sure if he watches the streams, but I've known this guy for quite a few years. Here his is NB. It's got some wheels on it, some low.
Stream. I don't even remember what it looks like.
335 rear, 305 front, Cervini side exhaust. That was what the Outlaw setup was. I like that kind of stuff. The side exhaust is so rare nowadays.
335 rear. God,
that's almost Viper like thick. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
And Zach, who owns the blue 50 we just talked about, said it is a TJ, and thankfully I'm in the suburbs, so the Mustang is during the summer and the Jeep in the winter. That's how I would do it if I lived up north. I would do that. I would definitely. I don't know about my truck. My truck probably couldn't handle it, but my truck probably would not do the snow very well. But yeah, so Chandler's in B.
Chandler should get STK.
Dang. He used to want a Miata for years. I remember, I think it was about 3 years ago. Right, well, actually, I wouldn't say three. I would say it was around the time we graduated. He was talking about getting a Miata because, he had his Focus ST and he really missed driving manual. So he was like, I really just want to get a driver's car.
What do you have
And
now besides that?
he has his JK Wrangler. That's his
Oh,
daily.
okay, that's right. I forgot you got the Wrangler.
And then he got the NB because we talked back and forth about Miatas, and I was like, you just got
Ooh,
to make sure you
damn! He
find the
should
right
have
gen.
sold the Wrangler and put the money together and got an STK. Damn, Chandler, you missed out.
He actually got that brand new.
Golly, so yeah, he could have got a nice one.
Like, so I mean, I remember him telling me about that because it was right after the ST accident, and he was like, okay, I need a new car, and he had a TJ, I think, before his JK that he picked up. He told me the story. His dad went up. I think it was in South Carolina, and his dad drove up there with a U-Haul with a trailer on it, and then trailered the car back.
Mm.
I was like, interesting, because I mean, it's a car with like no miles on it. So yeah, that
Yeah,
was the NB. He hasn't posted a lot of pictures yet because he just got the car a few months back, so he hasn't had it terribly long. But that's Chandler's Miata.
he should boost it
Yeah.
since he has a daily.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the setup to do it. I don't know what he does for a living, so I don't know if he's comfortable spending that kind of money yet. But I think he did talk about boosting it the last time I did talk to him. So I guess we'll have to wait
That
and
would be
see.
awesome.
It having been in the S2K and I run against the boosted Miata. Oh man,
Yeah, I got sauced.
yeah, boosted Miatas are no joke, dude.
I mean, they weigh nothing. Thing is, like probably like 300-ish wheel, maybe
Yeah, I mean
270.
they're very light cars, so they work really well for boost. But let's see if anyone else wants to send their car in, I can review that for you guys, and of course Hayden will be on there as well to see. So what I'm gonna do now, actually, is while I'm waiting, I'm
Oh,
gonna
you know who's hitting me up again?
who?
That motherfucker with the G37.
Oh my gosh, I thought you told him to screw off.
He told me he's like, I got a '07 Tahoe with 200K and a Flowmaster.
You
I'll
gotta be
trade you.
joking.
And I'm
He
like,
offered you a
dude,
Tahoe.
a Tahoe.
He doesn't know those trucks like with that much mileage aren't worth like with like 3 grand, right?
Yeah, he's. Oh my lord.
Like it's not Duramax. Like Duramaxes hold their value at that mileage. That's like just breaking in for him. But it's like just a run of the mill Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take a quick Instagram story. Um, okay. Go ahead and get this story set up. So now I got an Insta story up so people can hop in here as they please. So yeah, now like I said, if you guys have any sort of cars you guys want to send on, you guys can. I'll be paying attention to my inbox here on Instagram during the next few minutes. But yeah, so we can get back to what we were talking about a minute ago before we started reviewing the cars. We're talking about YouTuber builds that we think are gonna, like the YouTube builds we're paying attention to right now. What was one you had been talking about? You talked about Phil S2K's car, since he just
Yeah, Justin
supercharged
Williams
it.
just picked up an S2K, which I thought was kind
Yeah,
of interesting because nobody's doing them right now on YouTube.
yeah, they're kind of like an oddball car right now. No one's really doing stuff with them.
Trying to think.
Oh hey, it's Hayden's Ranger.
Yeah, dude, review that junk. That thing's nice.
Well, I guess we can take a look at Hayden's Ranger. He has this is like the only picture
It's
we
sad
have
because it's
of
the
it.
cleaner of my two vehicles.
Hayden's Ranger is incredibly low miles. It's got well, you just hit like 110, right? Not too long
Yeah,
ago.
110.
He got it with 93,000 miles on it. It's an
90
'03,
exactly.
90,000. I mean, it has a 90,000 mile truck, and that is mine, like from ages ago. This was actually in like
That's
Hayden's
the
old
day I
house.
got it.
Yeah, I remember because I got
That's
there.
the last picture on my phone of it.
Yeah, Hayden doesn't really show this truck off too much. It was a family heirloom. This truck pops up on videos from time to time that you guys see whenever I'm over at his house. You guys see this truck in the background. It's completely stock minus the ion alloy wheels. We think it might be leveled. Um, It's two-wheel drive. It's a 3.0, so not the 4.0. It did tow pretty well. Hayden did do a good bit of towing with it for a little while when he worked in
Yeah,
the
that was sketchy.
cabinetry. It definitely didn't like it. But I had 90,000 miles when he got it, and it was 2003. Keep in mind, my truck at the time had 220,000 miles since the same model year, so that was wild. And it's in great shape. I mean, I don't think it's giving you really much of any problems, has it?
No.
Other than that blower motor, which has been an issue
Yeah,
since you
which
got it.
doesn't even make sound anymore, which is
Weird.
I don't
Maybe there's
yeah, I
just
don't
been a
know.
leaf trapped in it or something.
Yeah.
But the truck's got ice cold AC. I mean, I think it's just an all around great driver. And I drove it. I drove it for a few hours. We went to Florida last year. It's a great little truck. I've been telling him he needs to hang on to that one.
I need to. I want to trade it though.
Yeah, Hayden's ready to move into like you for a while were ready to move into two different platforms, and I think at one point you planned on selling both and getting one car that could do it all.
Yeah.
Which you were
I don't
looking
know
like,
what it is. Like it's I mean the combo I have now is not bad, but
yeah. I mean, you've got a really reliable
you
daily.
always want what you can't have.
Yeah, I mean that's always me. I'm always wanting to move to a Mustang or a Camaro or a Corvette, but
But
I gotta move with the truck. And I love that truck, and that's really my issue. I can't convince myself to get rid of it. Um, but yeah, so that's Hayden's Ranger, which is always awesome. Gotta respect the low mileage daily that never gives any issues. Um, I think you said it was starting to have some transmission slip for a minute.
well, yeah, when I was doing all that towing,
Yeah, I mean that's hard on it, so that makes sense.
but it hasn't given me any issues
Yeah,
since.
didn't you put that transmission fix stuff in it?
Mhm. I topped off the fluid too because it was a little low.
Yeah, and ever since then you've had no issues.
Yeah, it didn't smell burnt or anything. So after I did all that, it's been just fine.
Lucky you didn't have the issues my transmission
I
had when it
probably
was
should do a
dying.
full change, but I'll get
Maybe.
around to it. I'll just take it to I think Express does it for like $90, and like that. I'm willing to pay that.
That's not bad. Well, I mean, it's a little pricey, but I mean, that's changing transmission fluid's an annoying process.
I mean, just there's nowhere good to do it in my yard since it's not level anywhere. I'd have to do it out in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
That's whack.
and I'm pretty sure you have to take the pan off, which is just messy.
Right.
But
I should have done it this winter. I don't want to do it out in the summer. That's gonna suck.
yeah, on the black tarmac, just in the like the hot Georgia sun, he'll be on
Yeah.
fire.
I would need one of those like creeper things or just a bunch of towels.
I'm gonna bet if you talk to my dad, you could probably borrow the other one we have. Since we
Dude,
have
I'm
two
just gonna pay
now.
the $90.
Yeah.
I think I can afford it.
But so are you still thinking about selling the S2K, or have you kind of changed your mind a little bit on it?
I mean, I still have it up for like trades, or if somebody offered me cash, I'd probably let it go right now.
But you're not really like, come
No.
buy my car, you know?
Yeah, I would. It's just like right now with everything's going on,
Hmm.
I'd kind of like to have the chunk of change
Yeah,
right now, and if I want, I don't know, 6 months or a year later, because I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to work soon. Go into trade school.
yeah. Hayden's
Oh, and
starting that up.
so saving that, the insurance on the car every month,
Yeah,
and getting the initial money for the car would not be a bad idea.
yeah. But I know you're not like actively trying to get rid
But
of
I
it
don't want to
at
get
this
rid of
moment.
it. Like
Yeah,
that's the thing too. It's awkward.
yeah. I would say if you can qualify for grants, you might be able to get some excess back like I have, and just hang on to that and use that to help pay on that. Use it as like kind of like a buffer when you're like during the time you're not working,
Right.
because I mean it is going to take time. It is going to take time away from it. So and something you could do. I don't know if trade school does that. I know traditional universities do, but I don't know anything about trade school.
I don't know if it does. It might be something different.
You might be able to. I guess it'd be just looking into it and seeing what all is available. But yeah, I mean, we haven't really talked about why you wanted to sell it. I don't know if you still like kind of want to keep that on secret, but um, it's literally why if you guys been watching, following along, that car wasn't on the channel since December. Um, I don't know if Aiden wants to go into it or not, and we won't if he doesn't want to. But
No, not really.
yeah, so kind of message from Hawkish. Let's see if I can get my DMs to uh, refresh on here. What's annoying is it doesn't want to. I think I actually got to pull this up on my phone since it was a request. I have to actually pull it up on here so I can actually accept it. So accept that. Okay, so we got a Gen 2. This first Gen 2 we've had on one of these. Okay, so we'll start off with the first one he sent in. So, Aiden, you ready to review another sport track that's not mine?
Hold on, I'm waiting for the stream to catch up.
Okay, so we've got what looks like obviously an 07 to 10. In the red, which I actually don't see the red very often. Oh, he's from Georgia too.
Oh no.
Georgia track gang. From this angle, I can see a roof rack. Obviously, I do like the red. The red's a really good color. I haven't actually seen a lot of the Gen 2s in the burgundy. He's actually in the chat right now.
Yeah, they're always silver when I see them.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're adrenalines. But okay, I like the grill setup he's got going on. The black grill looks excellent. I like that a lot. It's kind of like the Adrenaline Grill. I don't know. I think that's based off the Explorer Iron Man edition, which is ironic. So I don't even think it was based on the movie. But it's a really nice grill setup.
Yeah.
He blacked
grill,
up.
he should have those lights with it.
Yeah, that would be like a really good compliment for
but
it.
That front end would look really good.
Yeah, the Gen 2, in my opinion, is like one of the best looking mini trucks out there. So, sorry, Hayden. The Ranger looks good too.
Ranger's great. Don't hate.
I like the wheel setup. I can get like a little glimpse of it here in this image. Again, the roof rack. That's really very useful, actually. Because someone looks like this is like some sort of like cabin house in the background. So I'm guessing he probably does a lot with like going to the mountains and stuff like that. So it's always nice to have that. He said it's all LED, so that's nice. LED lights are the way to go. LED stuff's always good. I'm not really a halogen guy anymore. So we got another picture here, which is here it is actually with all the lights on.
You don't have any LED or any halogens on your truck anymore, do you?
I have just the marker lights. That's the only incandescent bulbs left in the truck.
Oh, okay.
And the gauge lights. But besides that, everything's LED. But yeah, full LEDs. You even got the little fog light LED, which is kind of cool. You don't usually see people mess with that bulb. And he's got the actual fog lights, full LED. I like that. That's actually a really cool picture. This place almost looks familiar, but I can't place it. I don't know if it is or not. It may just happen. It looks just like right down the street from me, but I don't think it is. But all in all, truck looks really clean. I just now noticed the pinstripe too. It's got like a little like goldish looking pinstripe on the door, or going down the side, which is pretty nice. You don't see the Gen 2s with a lot of the pinstripe things. Usually the Gen 1s that have all the pinstriping. So it's a really nice touch on this one. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I would say pretty solid little truck. So yeah, Hayden, what do you think?
That's nice.
It's very utilitarian, which is cool. It's not overkill. Like I've seen a lot of people that go overkill with the Gen 2s, and they'll go like complete off-road setup. I mean, they'll be on like big old fuels. This one's very subtle, which is really nice. It's got modernization upgrades, which is I'm crazy about. He said it's got spacers on the rear. Or just spacers in general. I don't know if it's just on the rear, but it's on the stock wheels that are painted glossy black. Yeah, which is nice. Something I need to do with mine, like quick, fast, and in a hurry, as I need to put spacers on mine. But yeah, this looks great. I like this. So we'll go back to the other pictures we've got of it. So yeah, pretty nice little truck. I like it a lot. So that is. Let me pull up his page here so you guys can go follow him. Hawkish here on Instagram. You guys can go check out the car, or go check out the truck, I should say, not the car. But yeah, so that is his Gen 2 that I think is really nice. So yeah, with that, so far we had a really good showing so far. I like how this has been going. Only modified it because of 55,000 miles. Lucky, all you guys, all the other sport track people have low miles with me. It seems like. I have seen the rear view that have higher mileage than I do, like by a large margin. It's kind of crazy.
What mile are they at? Good God.
I've seen a few at 500K.
Sheesh.
on the Facebook group. I was like, holy crap. I don't know if I could replace that many transmissions and still be okay with it at that point.
Yeah.
The
It's
Gen
like,
ones,
what?
oh
It's gonna be
man.
like routine maintenance at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's wild. I'm always like, holy crap, how'd you make it? There's one guy who said he had like 300K on this stock transmission. I was like, you got a factory freak, my man.
Yeah, right. Good lord.
These 5Rs are just so notorious with grenading. It's not even funny. Like I'm on my third. I'm on my well, no, yeah, third, yeah, because at the factory it was replaced once and I had to replace it. So yeah, third transmission on mine and it's not even at 300K. um, let's see if anyone else wants to send something in. We can pop that up on here as well. Oops, that's the explore page. That's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's opened up where you guys can pop in some of your curs. I can check them out. But I guess, do I have the thing turned off? I do. So, what was I going to say? I was going to bring something up. So, Hayden, with the prices of hardtops going down, and if you're able to get a little bit of extra change, you buying a hardtop?
I'd like to.
Because I mean, you said yesterday that you think their prices are going to plummet since
Oh
Honda's coming
yeah.
back with parts.
Those stock hardtop, the people are not gonna be getting $4 to $5 grand. I've seen some go even as high as 6 to 7.
Yeah, I can't pay that much for a doggone hardtop.
No.
Do they even have
But
headliners? Or was
I
it
don't
just a
think so.
shell?
Just a shell.
People, man, that's expensive. S2K stuff
Yeah,
is so
it's for
expensive.
it's the OEM ones that are you can get the
Like the spoon top.
it's like the Mugen rep
Mm-hmm.
hardtop for about 2 grand, and it's not. I hear bad things about it. Like it makes a lot of wind noise and it kind of clunks around.
So that's why
The
you'd rather get.
hardware to install it's not very good. I hear if you get upgraded hardware, um, from like the OEM hardtops to make it work,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little better then. But I don't know, man.
What's the spoon? Isn't the spoon top the one that's kind of like the fastback kind of look?
Spoon top's like 8 grand though.
Gosh, is there not reps of that one?
No,
Dang, that's my favorite. I love the fastback style tops. I've seen them on Miatas, and it makes me love the Miata even more whenever I see a fastback top on one of those. I think didn't Jake want to do it on his for a while?
I don't think so. I think he just wanted an OEM one.
Mm. And those are pretty cheap for those cars, aren't they? The NAs.
Oh yeah, you can get it for like $900 all day.
Yeah,
You might have to repaint it, but
that might be one thing, but getting one isn't hard.
yeah, Miata hardtops are cheap compared to my car.
I guess because there are so many Miatas.
Yeah, those BMW hardtops too are crazy expensive.
Oh, if the Z3 and the Z4.
No, for the the 330i, like the convertible ones.
Yeah, the 330 Ci.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
yikes.
they're like 6 grand too because they're so massive.
Golly. And those are. Am I thinking of the? Are you thinking of the soft tops? Or are you thinking of the hard top ones?
It's for the convertible ones. Like they actually have a hardtop. They made like
Yeah,
hardtops.
those are yikes. I would not want to spend that kind of money.
Hmm. Yeah, Miata I think they have the cheapest hardtops you can buy, which is pretty nice for them.
I wonder if they sell like hard tops with Z4, like before they started making the actual like hard top coupe Z4.
Yeah, probably do.
Because I've always said that if I wasn't getting an S2K, I'd get a Z4, which is hard for me to say because I'm not usually one to like BMW. But the
Miata is too
Z4,
slow for you.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the Z4 would probably be my first choice. Miata is a good car, but
What?
what
They have one for $700.
Miata hardtop,
No, Z4.
like the full car or hardtop.
No, the hardtop, $719.
That's not bad. Like the Z4, I don't know. I guess it's just like 6 cylinders more, like in a slight way, but I don't think the 6 cylinder can be like an F20. I think I could prefer it. I could prefer a 3 liter Z4 over like an NA, but I can't. S2K is hard to beat. The F20 just carries it hard.
Yeah, it does. That motor's great.
The 3.0 and the Z4. I think it's the same motor or very similar to the one that was in the E46 M3, which obviously makes it good. But I don't know. I think when it comes to roadsters, the F20 and the S2000 just has like it's like us a whole like grade ahead. I think it's really hard to pass that car in terms of what was I gonna say? I can't remember. I was gonna say something. I forgot. Either way, yeah, I think I could see myself picking a Z4 over like an NA or an NB. Obviously, like once you hit ND, it's just like, bro, the
Oh yeah,
ND's too
I'll choose
nice.
ND all day. NDs look so good.
They look good. They're really nice interiors. I think I would still choose an S2K for the driving experience. But if I were dailying one, I think it'd be an easy win for the ND. Because the S2000,
Yeah.
I mean, as you used to daily yours. I mean, you said before it's not a really great car to daily.
No, not really. I would have the same complaints about the Miata as well, though.
Yeah, just
That I
kind
have
of
with the SDK.
the ND or the like an NA or NB.
The ND.
Really?
I mean, it's small too. Like that's
Yeah,
all in complaint I had about the S2000 is just kind of small and cramped.
yeah. Only one cup holder.
Only one couple. I think the ND might have two,
Yeah, that's
but
already a little bit of a step.
I've seen the trunks. They're not much bigger.
Yeah, you
They get
said
better gas mileage, which will be pretty nice.
you just can't handle boost.
Can't handle boost though.
That their compression ratios are so high. Sky Active is just, whew, that's a boost killer right there. They just have such a high compression ratio. They don't handle boost very well at all. That's why you don't see people boost like the new 3. Which sucks because I like the new Mazda 3.
They got a Rocket Bunny wide body kit for the ND.
Interesting. How's that look?
She looks meaty.
In a good
You know,
way.
it's like full track car. I don't know, dude. It looks pretty sweet. Not gonna lie.
You think if it had like a full arrow, it would look really, really good?
I mean, this one has full aero. It's got like a roll bar. It's got a
Mm-hmm.
that looks like a chassis mount. I can't tell. Hopefully not. I don't like chassis mounts very much.
What?
What?
What? I like chassis mounts on certain
I'm
cars.
not. It looks hella extra in my opinion, but I understand when people do it.
I'm gonna go find the new Edge I saw that has one not too long
Oh
ago.
god,
It was a vert new Edge that had a chassis mount.
the
I
kit's
was like,
5 grand.
oh my gosh. Where is
You know,
it? They've got one for the
NDs are good
S550.
wide body.
The S550 pulls it up better than the S95. That is for dang sure. Oh my gosh, this one's wide body too. All right, you ready? You ready? Look at that.
Hold on.
Wide body new Edge with a chassis
Oh,
mount.
no.
Is that no? That better not be a Terminator. Okay, it doesn't have the wing. We're good. Okay, we're good. It doesn't have the wing.
Oh my god, that color.
But yeah, wide body new Edge, big old chassis mount. I actually never seen a wide body kit on the new Edge.
Yikes.
Here's the front view of the car, same car. It's a little wild, not gonna lie. I like the wheels. Wheels are fine. Don't know about the wide body. I mean, at least it flows. At least it flows.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, dog.
Yeah, that's a little. Yeah, the new Edge doesn't work. It doesn't work with the new Edge. The
Some
S550.
cars you can wide body and some you can't. It's just like
Oh, hey,
I
there's
don't
an
know.
S2K with one on here too. It's odd. Okay, so it's got a chassis mount and a diffuser, but it's got stancy wheels on it.
No, no, let me see.
Hold on, let me actually pull it up on stream. It's a little. I mean, it's their car. They do what they want, but it's like, I don't know. Doesn't that seem like a little conflicting? A little bit conflicting. Having camber with a bunch of arrow.
Good god.
Yeah, Jenny.
Dude, that shit's done all the time though.
Yeah, like just people stancing out cars and then putting
Oh yeah, like
big
full
arrow.
battle arrow and then the stance go together like peanut butter and jelly, pretty much.
Yeah, like
Dude,
I'm not one for that kind of stuff. I think if you're gonna go with like a battle arrow look, you need to go with a complete battle arrow. But or if you're gonna go stance, you go completely stance. Like you don't. I don't know. I'm not the type where I'd mix the two. Cause I don't know. They look like battle arrow looks good. I just don't know if stance goes very well with it. Magnum is in the chat. What's up, man?
ooh, what's up, dude?
I think we should. I think he has sent me pictures of his trucks. Let's see if we can pull one of his up real quick. He didn't submit, but he's been a long time subscriber, so it's like,
You're forced into.
yeah. If it would let me scroll through my messages at least.
Looking at indie Miatas right now, dude. Damn, I want one.
The app's frozen. Hold on. I remember why people hate the Instagram app on PC now. Okay, let's see. I swear he's messaged me before. If not, I can find him. Where is he? I gotta find him on here. Give me just a second. I'm gonna hunt his page down. So I guess he hasn't messaged me yet. There he is. So he wants us to review his truck or his Magnum. I guess we'll do his truck first.
What truck does he? I always forget what truck he has.
Sierra with a 4.8.
He has Sierra. Okay.
So I found a older picture of it. It's got a good bit of editing on it. I wouldn't say older. This picture came out 3 days ago. So here it is. It's a, from what I remember, he said it has a 4.8 in it. I like the headlights. That's actually really cool. The two-tone's an interesting look. He's got the light bar on the roof. He's got, I think he said he was doing like some sort of King Ranch kind of clone with this thing, which would be kind of nice. So he's got, looks like a good bit of decal work on it, which is always cool stuff. People don't really do a lot of the vinyl stuff. It's got a winch on the front, it looks like. Trying to get like a good look at some of this stuff. He's got a shifter swap. Okay, so this is, that looks like the shifter I like the 07s. That's actually kind of cool. I prefer that shifter over the original truck shifters these things came with. So yeah, that looks a lot better. I like that a lot better than like the stock shifter these trucks came with. That was not crazy.
Oh yeah, the old stock shifters are nasty.
Let's see. I think he's got his Magnum posted around here somewhere, so we can find it. There's like a side profile of it. I'm trying to find it. I'm sure we can see a good bit of it. There you go. This works. I can't.
Yeah,
Those wheels.
that picture with his headlights. Good lord, he looks like he'd blind your ass going down the road.
Yeah, he's got all the LEDs. So here's a good picture of the Magnum. So I think he said this is a 2.7 car, so it's a very early Magnum, which isn't a bad thing. It's got some decals on it. I see the Need for Speed logo. Yeah, it needs some low. We need some bags on this thing.
Go to shows air out in that thing.
Do what?
Go to shows and air out in that thing.
Yeah, I actually don't mind the Magnum. I think the Magnum's probably one of my like more favorite mopars. A lot of people are gonna think is I'm like crazy, but
you got a wagon, you got to slam it.
Yeah, wagon. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people since these are on the same chassis, the Charger. What they'll do usually, I saw one recently. Someone put the new Charger front, like Michael's Charger, on a Magnum.
Oh god.
It actually didn't look too bad. It was like kind of the like
wagon.
Yeah. I was like that would actually be kind of cool if Dodge made that like a Charger wagon. I like the silver. I'm not usually one for silver cars. Like some cars pull it off very well. Hayden's car pulls it off very well. This pulls it off pretty well. I don't know where those wheels came from. They look like kind of like the Motives, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, they do.
I think they're like stock Dodge wheels. He said all of his current mods and Instagram content has not been posted just yet. So this is his Magnum. I think he's got some more pictures. Here's another picture of the truck from a little while back, it looks like. This came out on April 17th. So again, the same headlights. I think he said you wanted me to go back to the picture, though, where... he's got the badge upgrade. He swapped the badges out. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's like the new SLE badge over the old one. The new badge... The old... yeah, the old badges are just outdated now. I'm a sucker for modernization upgrades, so that came out really well. So there's the headlights. Yeah, that looks blinding.
Yeah, dude.
That's
They would
blinding.
ruin me if I was going down the road.
We haven't ridden with you in front of my truck yet, have we?
Oh god, I'm terrified of that. Your lights already were like straight in line with my mirrors.
Picture a little bit
Yeah, it's
brighter.
like 50,000 times brighter.
So that's all of Magnum's builds. If you guys want to go check that out, go follow him up here as well. I don't know why I never followed him back. Let me do that. You guys can go check out all of his stuff. He's been a long time subscriber. So you just gotta give him, all the support. So if you guys want to go check out his builds of the 48 Sierra and the 27 Magnum, you guys can go do that. So we're gonna go ahead and switch back to my main cam. Did not mean to click on Steam. So yeah, now you guys can go and check out all of his stuff. So let's see if anyone else wants to throw any cars our way. So Hayden, if you wind up keeping the S2K, what's your next plan? Your next
Oh
big
Jesus,
move?
you're like so bad. Paint.
Paint.
Yep.
Are you gonna keep it silver, or are you gonna go like velocity yellow? I remember we talked about doing velocity yellow for a while.
It's either gonna be yellow or black.
I seriously think you should do yellow. I love black S2Ks, but
I'm gonna have to switch out my headlights if I do yellow.
you go to JDM.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about those headlights to begin with. I don't know why I bought them.
We
But
talked you into it.
yeah, kind of. But I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to get like the JDM lights or something.
I think velocity will look really cool because they have the yellow on there, but I think velocity is just a little bit different, isn't it?
What do you mean different?
Like a slightly different look than the yellow the S2Ks came in. It's more of like a metallic yellow, isn't it? Or is it complete
Oh
gloss?
yeah, they do have like a really bright yellow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little more rare, but they do have like a little more like a goldish
Yeah.
kind of, like you said, metallic yellow.
I just don't know. I love S2Ks in yellow. It's one of those cars that I would buy strictly in yellow. Or black. Yellow and black are just great colors on those cars. I think they pull out the majority of their colors.
Blue is a really
Yeah,
good one too. I love blue
blue,
S2000s.
Amola orange. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that color. Amola orange is like my favorite. Like I
Even
think,
white
yeah.
S2000s are really good.
And most cars don't pull off white very well, but S2Ks are one of them. And Ranger. So you have a white Ranger.
Everybody does.
And that seems to be a very common color of those trucks. I've seen a green one recently. It was
Ooh,
when we went to the Let's Go, when we got Let's Go not last year, year before that.
you said recently.
I meant to say a while back. I think I did see it recently, but I was trying to remember a time where we both saw it. But it was a green like '93 Ranger, and I was like, interesting. It was like a dark green too. It was like kind of like a grass green, kind of like a
I
color.
was thinking
It
like
like
a neon.
Krypton.
Like, have you seen that Integra that runs around here?
I think so.
It's like a bright green.
I don't know if I've seen that. I've seen like a
Did you ever
grabber
sit down
blue
at
one.
the movie theater?
I'd have to look. I've seen the grabber blue looking one that's around
I'll
here.
have to. I'll drive you by there one day. You, man, that thing is. That is not a good shade of yellow or of green. It's. Mm.
Yikes.
I think it's all the clear that flaked off of it.
Goodness, it's like one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Magnum said, "Fun fact: my year model truck and the newer trucks models have swappable parts. Some people swap the seats in the newer truck and the late models. That's kind of something I like. I
Ooh, I
like,
would do that.
yeah. Um, but they have to get aftermarket seatbelts for it. Yeah, that might be a problem. Um,
Ooh, you can get them colored seatbelts.
yeah, that's always cool. I like colored seatbelts. I think that would be something I would do.
I would like to do that in my car too. Once I
I
figure out my accent color I'm gonna go with. It
yeah.
depends on what I'm gonna paint it primary. That's what I'm like.
Okay, so what's your ideals for the accents? So if you do black, what's going to be your accent color? Have you decided?
Uh, blue.
So it'll be like kind of like Street Speed's original 01 colors.
Yeah.
Manuals. I'm just kidding. You
Oh,
gave
I'm
you
a
gave me that
retro
idea.
style.
I think that would look really cool. Actually, I think the S2K pull it off better than the truck does. The truck would in that color scheme. So I think that's a good move. Or what's going to be your accent if you do yellow?
Black.
Fair enough.
Just all
So
depends.
yeah, I can't decide.
If I'm doing white, I'm gonna do a black and red combo.
Yeah, that would look good. Like red seats, black wheels, that kind of stuff. Black
Where
hood.
we're gonna go full ACR stripes.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Pretty much Hayden's idea for the car. He's either going to clone Street Speed ZR1, its original color scheme, or he's going to clone a Viper ACR because it's just it's the joke of the S2000. It's like a miniature of the Corvette and Viper kind of deal.
And I can't believe it hasn't been done yet.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
you
I
said
guess that would be me.
you said someone did fenders that was very similar to the C7, right?
Yeah, they have fenders with like vents in them
Yeah.
that do like a nice like right angle. It looks just like a C7. It looks so good. I'd ideally like to get some of those too. They're a bit wider,
Yeah.
so I'll have to get those when I get new wheels. And I can
It'll,
go a little wider with my wheels to make it look a little more aggressive.
it'll look real good though.
It's gonna be a lot of money, but
It'll look good. It'll be worth it in the end. Let's see. Who else could we review? Let's talk about Shivam's car. What do you think, Aiden?
sure.
He's online. I don't think he's watching the stream. So Shivam's car, we've known Shivam for a few years. We've watched this car transform. I mean, granted, we stopped seeing it for a minute, and then the next thing we know, it's in its current state. So we'll throw some pictures and throwbacks of the car from about a couple years ago
Yeah,
when
he
we
cleaned
first
it
met
up
him.
so much.
It's a completely different car now. So we're gonna start off with this older picture. So this is an old picture of the car. We see him around all the time. He's a really cool guy. Has a black stripe. It's just a standard 2 valve. Um, it had I'm trying to remember. I think he had already had the built motor put in this car at this point. Because it's got a built motor, it's cammed. I mean, it's a built 2 valve. And then he got the new look with the looks like SVE wheels of some sort. I really like how it came out. I'm a sucker for the Cobra bumper.
Yeah,
So this
those
is
polished
definitely.
wheels with the silver was the way to go.
Oh
I've never
yeah,
been a big fan of black and silver combos, kind of why I steered away from it.
yeah.
But that looks good.
I'm a huge fan of what he did, what he wound up doing with the car. Here's a picture with Lady 5 who's a huge name in the Mustang scene in Georgia. They seem to be pretty good buddies. Um, really good. I think that's probably one of my favorite new edges that I've seen around the area. So I
Hmm.
definitely say this one's a good one to
Yeah,
base your.
definitely cleaner than a lot of them around here.
Yeah, I'd say this is definitely one to base your builds off of if you want to go with the new edge at silver, because I think just the glow up. I mean, just look at the glow up. This car went from this, which is like it was a 2 valve, it looked decent, and then it's like bam, it's like one of the best looking 2 valves in the game.
Yeah, I like how we went with the less is more
Yeah,
type of vibe with it because like I mean it's pretty much just got what a Cobra bumper, the wheels,
hmm
the roof wrap,
yeah, and
and
it
the
actually
hammers are gone.
yeah he got rid of the wing. I should notice that he got rid of the spoiler. Like you can
I would
see,
throw. He should throw the Cobra wing on there. I'd be a big
yeah,
fan of it. Mustangs need a wing, in my opinion.
yeah. So he had the stock GT spoiler on the back, you guys can see in this picture here. Um, And then if we go back to that picture from a second ago that I had, it was like the top down view. You guys can see there is no spoiler there anymore. So I do think if he was going to do one more change, it would be that put the Cobra spoiler on there. Which I think to do the Cobra spoiler, you actually have to replace the trunk. I think it's built into the trunk, so
Damn, that
he would actually have to buy a Cobra trunk to do it.
it would not be hard for. I bet they make a rep wing of it that kind of just 3Ms on.
Yeah, I think American Muscle does.
So there you go. That's the
Um,
only thing I would change.
yeah,
But
I
like,
think
I
that's all it
understand why
needs.
some people like the clean look.
Yeah, and it's not a bad look. It's a great looking car. I think it's, like I said, one of my favorite new edges I've seen in a very long time. Like I liked DVP's car back when he had the blue new edge, but I think Shivam's car is like a really good bounce back from not seeing DVP's new edge anymore, and I kind of honestly prefer his S197 anyway. So you guys can go follow him here, slick_2valve. Really cool guy. Like I said, I've known him for a few years. The irony, he owns this Mustang, but he's a Chevy mechanic.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's that car. We'll see if there's any other ones we can do. I've talked to him a little bit recently because he's wanting to put racing seats in his. Um, I'll check to see if there's any more message requests because I can't check those on here, which there is none. Who else could we do? Who else could we talk about?
Oh, did you see Nemesis new wheels?
I did. I had to look at them again because I remember I think I liked the post and everything, but I don't remember what they look like.
They look pretty good.
Nemesis is a really cool guy. We've gotten to talk to him quite a bit in recent months. He's a really, really cool dude. Like, uh, by far, like one of the most welcoming people in the Mustang world. Me and Hayden both have gone to several of his meets. And he's always just so welcoming, and he likes to talk to us about our builds, even if they're not Mustangs, which is always a really, really nice thing to have. You don't really get a lot in a lot of car communities anymore. People usually just tend to be kind of, um, I don't know how to say it, just, I guess, closed off. Let's see if I can.
What'd you say you've been lagging?
I was talking about how it's kind of rare to get people like Nemesis in these car scenes nowadays because things just tend to be very closed off. A lot of communities just kind of shut down and don't let people that aren't a part of their like builds in. And Nemesis is like the exception. He's like a very welcoming person, so he's a really cool dude to be around. I really can't wait for his meets to start back up. I can't wait for all this to be over with so we can actually go to meets again. But here's his new wheel setup that he revealed 2 hours ago on Instagram. This car has been out of the scene for a minute. He hasn't really posted a lot of pictures of it in a minute, but it's been down at a little shop about I would say about 30 minutes away from here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been getting a lot of work done apparently. I believe he got a new Whipple for this car, so it's going to be even faster than it already is. I mean, he's got his power numbers right here. It makes 752 to the tire, which is already scary. Let alone, you know, I could picture it with a little bit more power. That's just terrifying. I couldn't be about it, but
Those things are nice.
what?
The Vossens.
Yeah, I'm a fan of them. I bet they were not cheap.
No, I bought my Vossens for the Jenny.
Mm, I. Mm-mm. Yeah, because I bet that was.
I found a used set of them on Facebook Marketplace for $1,000.
Sheesh,
So I was
used
gonna,
for a grand.
yeah, used their $1,000.
So it's actually, yeah, that's
They
just
were
wild.
19-inch Vossens.
So here's another
They were
picture of the
staggered.
car. So this is Nemesis's.
The Messiah.
Yeah, his Mustang. I love these cars, dude. I love S550s. But Nemesis car is kind of like an icon. I mean, it's one. It was one of the. It's the big. It's one of the biggest names in the S550 community, I believe. Um, and I really like the unique kind of grill setup. I wasn't crazy about it at first. I won't lie. When I first saw his car with this grill, I was like, eh. But I've kind of grown to really, really like it now. His fiance has the same exact grill setup in her car. I really love the front bumper in this car. The hood, again, it really works on these cars. I would say that like the little like two vent, the front hood, isn't really doesn't really work for older cars. Like I like it works with the S197 and the S150. It's really about it. I think my favorite part about that car though is that spoiler he's got on the back, which he doesn't have too many pictures of, but he does in this one. I love that duckbill
That
he's got on
duckbill.
that car. That is like, mm. My favorite thing he did though that was kind of trolly. He took the GT badge off the back and replaced it with the V6's and EcoBoost pony on it. I mean, it's
Yep.
obvious it's a GT because you hear the dang thing, and it's like, oh, that's definitely not an EcoBoost.
You hear the Whipple too.
Yeah, it is. It's a monster of a car, and like I said, he's a really cool guy. Um, and he has a 2019 Ranger as well, which Hayden took a picture with not too long ago. And you said it's like 10 times bigger than your truck.
Yeah, I can only imagine now that it's like even more lifted and got bigger tires on it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a really cool truck. I'm not like I've said in the past. I'm not usually one for overland builds and lifted trucks, but I like Nemesis truck. He's got like a really cool like camper kind of setup on it. He's designed it to camp. He takes it out on trails and camps out with the tent in the back, and really makes use of it. So that's why I kind of really
Uses
liked
it
it. Yeah,
like
a lot of people these days they'll lift their trucks and do all sorts of off road setups and then never ever touch dirt. And he's one of the
park it
ones.
in their driveway.
Yeah, he's ballsy. He took a truck that's got a warranty and was like, "All right, let's go off roading, guys." I'm like, "That's a little sketch," but he's about it, so I'm about it too. I mean, he's killing the game with it right now. He said he did lose like a few thousand followers though after he started posting that truck on his Instagram.
Oh damn, really?
And I'm gonna see if I can find the post where he said it. I think it was this one. He said right here, ever since I've been posting the truck, I've lost a few thousand followers, but that's okay because I'm having a crap ton of fun doing all this.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame him. Just do what you like.
Yeah, I mean he's enjoying the truck. I'm enjoying looking at it. Like I said, I'm not used to one for overland builds, but I've really liked how this one came across. I guess as part of it, I really like the Ranger, the new Ranger platform as a whole. It just looks great, and he's just a really cool dude. I guess we can't really talk about his car and not talk about his fiance's Mustang.
I would do that if I had a 4-wheel drive, but I don't. I get stuck.
You do an overland build if yours is all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?
I want to go camping. I haven't gone. I have only camped like a handful of times in my life,
I've never camped.
but I hate being on the ground too because that shit sucks.
Yeah,
So being like up in the truck, that would be where it's at.
yeah. So I guess we can't talk about Nemesis' car and not talk about his fiance's car, which is just absolutely crazy. Hers is like is a really really good cool car. So it's Grabber Blue with bronze. I believe she's got Boston's as well in her car. Let's see if we can find the reveal she did on it. She revealed this was a long time ago.
I like the wing.
Yeah, I like her little wicker bill she's got.
I love the wicker bill.
I'm a sucker for wicker bill, so it just really
Her
wins me
hood's
over.
probably the coolest part of that car, in my opinion. That
Oh
hood
yeah,
is like crazy. I don't see many of them running that.
so she's running Belgians, not Boston's.
Belgians, about the same name.
I really like the deck.
I see that car driving everywhere, dude. That thing
Yeah,
sounds like a Dyson.
yeah. I think it's kind of a joke now with her car.
I had Brandon, doesn't follow like a whole lot of car builds,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Have you seen that one blue Mustang that runs around here and goes like?" And I was like, "Oh, gee, I wonder."
I really love it. It kind of really made me want to do a centrifugal setup on the truck and like invest the thousands of dollars it would cost to build my own setup. But I really like the deck lid. I think the deck lid's probably one of my favorite aspects about the rear of the car. The kind of like color shift it does. She had the badges painted to match the wheels at SSR Collision, that shop that Nemesis recommended to you. They seem to do really, really good work. They repaired that dude Blue's car when he got into that wreck. He's painted both Nemesis and Azuro's cars. And of course, we have to show off the supercharger, which I do happen to have a video of. That just sounds so crazy. I hope it's coming through on stream.
Yeah, it's coming through good.
Okay. Like, it just sounds wild. It's a Paxton with the Max Flood race blow-off valve, which is just, I love that setup. So all in all, I mean, this is, again, like, they both have really, really, like, my favorite S550s. And they're both really nice people that I love being around whenever we go to their meets and stuff. So yeah, that's their S550s. They got engaged not too long ago, so still, I know it's been a few months, we've said it before, but congrats to them both. They found their way to the stream. They've, like I said, they're both really, really awesome people. And like I said, I can't wait to go and hang out with them some more once meets kick back up, because kind of sucks. We haven't been able to do anything with anybody. We haven't even got. He's about to move. I mean, he's been really busy lately, so we'll get to see him soon.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else's cars could we talk about? Because we did talk Nemesis truck, I think, in the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Who else's cars could we talk about? Let's see. I'm going through my Instagram DMs, see who I could find. We did Jason's Tron Challenger last time as well. Okay, I think we did Dalton's car. Dalton's Starlet last time.
Damn.
What?
Somebody, Mustang Brandon posted a story just to give me ideas for the Mustang.
Oh, you got to sell it one?
Sell it. I was like, dang.
That's what when I said earlier. And I said I was creeping on Instagram. So I was like, dang. That's when I saw that. That's just brutal. Why are people so mean?
The next one, buy a new car. God.
Gosh, dude, people are so mean to him. Like, I get it's a 3.8, but golly, that's just mean.
Blamed him.
It was like one time I posted on this old Caffeine and Octane forum that we had on Facebook, and I got flamed for having the 4.0 truck. He was like, "Why didn't you just get a new one that has the V8?" Like, does it look, dude? Does it look like I can afford like the $10,000 plus to get a Gen 2 346 truck?
Yeah, people are like, get something that's astronomically more expensive than what you have.
Kingsmux Rises BRZ. He's on YouTube. I have to
I
see if I
have
can
not
find.
seen that.
I've never heard of his channel actually. Let's see if I can find it. See if I can find it on Instagram. So he's got a BRZ allegedly. Let's see if we can find a picture of some sort. I'm guessing this is his page. I don't know. This is some sort of like car group page. So I guess I'll just look it up on YouTube. I know the guy told me I should have got a Lightning. I'm like, do people do realize how
Bro,
expensive Lightnings are?
God.
They're not cheap trucks. They are.
Dude, you should have got a platinum.
What the heck? Did you just bought another Duramax, another 2020?
What? He bought another one to do the lift on it?
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh.
Good lord. Because he didn't want to do it to his because he's keeping his forever. So he's going to buy one, lift it, and then sell it eventually when he gets started of it. That man, good lord.
I wish I had this money.
That money must be flowing.
Exactly.
That is crazy. Those trucks are so expensive.
They really. I think he said his was like 70.
Them giveaways must be doing it fucking crazy good.
Okay, so I got a picture of the. I've got like a little snapshot of a video that I pulled up, so we can do that. So there it is, right there. I like the green. That's a nice touch. You don't usually see BRZs and 86s in green. I will say, to be honest, colored wheels are not my thing.
There's that one that always goes caffeine octane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
See, I
Oh,
will say
wide
right
body.
away, I'm not. I like the wide body. It's a nice touch. I'm not using one for wide body cars, but BRZs are one of those cars that just pull off very well. Colored wheels are not my thing though. I guess it works because in this scenario, it kind of matches the color scheme of the car, and it's not completely green. It's not like it's not. It doesn't look like someone took a rattle can of plastic and was just like, let's paint the entire wheel green.
I think that's my thing. There's so much black on the car, it doesn't bother me as bad.
Yeah, like
I
it's
think
not.
if it didn't have all that black, it would clash a lot harder. But
Yeah, it's not a bad look.
I'm with you. Colored wheels aren't my favorite, but
It's not too
it's
bad.
not the worst Defender I've ever seen.
Yeah, by far.
Like I don't
Like
usually
the
that can make me just hate the car completely, but this one no, I still like it. The chassis
yeah
mount is like crazy.
BRZs are
Good
like the
lord.
only cars that pull off.
Boosted. It's got the inner, or maybe he's got an intercooler.
Might be. So this is just a snapshot from one of his videos. The gold canards. That's different. I don't know. Maybe that's not gold, but it's like a weird reflection. But that's different. That's for sure. He's got a lot of yellow accents as well. There's like yellow seats in the car. It's definitely a unique build, so that kind of gets it bonus points. It's different from most BRZs. I mean, it's got some things that are very similar to most, like, high big BRZ builds, like the chassis mount, the wide body, and all that stuff.
This is what you got to do to him, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like
I know they're not the best to make fast,
but they do look darn good.
Yeah,
I do like the BRZ a
when
lot.
they're done up like this, they look crazy. They look aggressive as fuck.
Yeah.
Slap an F20 in that bad boy and you'd be set.
Have you seen? I think it's Chris Forsberg. He's got a Ferrari swapped GT86 drift car.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
That thing is wild. It doesn't even sound like a Ferrari anymore either. It sounds like an F1 car. It's such a weird sound. He brought up Casey Curry's trophy Jeep. Excuse me, that was a good one. Looks like he's done a few Jeep builds, so this might be a little hard to find, particularly the trophy Jeep. Yeah, this will be kind of a hard one for us because none of us are really into Jeeps. Really, we're more car people. But the Jeep world we're very unfamiliar with, so that might be a hard one. I don't know how well we could really critique a Jeep. Plus, I can't seem to find this trophy.
Yeah, I don't follow any Jeeps. Like,
yeah,
They don't go fast, and you can't slam them. So it's like it's out of my realm.
Well, you can slam Jeeps. It's just completely frowned upon.
I mean, it just kind of look derptastic.
Let me
It
see
looked
here.
like people would see it coming down the road. They'd be like, "Oh, it's an Nissan Cube." Oh shit, it's a Jeep.
There we go, Aiden. I found one. I got you, dude. Are you ready to
Oh
see
man.
the most? Oh, I'll show you this one first because this one actually isn't too bad, but it actually looks kind of decent, which is interesting.
Oh god, are you saying it's a lowered Wrangler looks good?
I said it looks decent. I didn't say it was one of the best looking cars ever, but it's definitely it's not bad. I'd do it, TBH. Not gonna lie. People would hate me, but I would do it. What do you think, Aiden?
What that pink thing?
That's burgundy.
It looks pink on the stream. Oh my god, the stance. Good
Oh,
god.
this one.
Yeah.
This got blast pipes. Oh gosh. I remember this. I
Jeez.
remember the very first year me and you went to Florida together. I brought this exact car up. This Renegade. Because I remember saying I would totally do this. I remember telling you I'd be the guy who would slam a Renegade.
God.
I still remember that somehow.
Is that wide body too?
Yes. It's a wide body stance Renegade.
Oh, I hope it has that the Fiat motor in it
I
too.
hope so too. I saw that guy recently. The one
Did you?
that around here. He zoomed by me the
That
other
is
day.
it's such a sound you're not expecting when it goes by.
Yeah, you think it's an Abarth. You literally think it's an Abarth flying by. You look next to it's a Renegade. You're just like, huh? It's a manual Renegade with the Abarth motor in it. That was actually the engine option they came with. It was the only way you could get a manual Renegade. I believe you should got that motor.
Wow.
Definitely, if I got a Renegade, that'd be the setup I'd get as a
10 out of
manual.
10 unique daily.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've always said the Renegade's like one of my favorite Jeep models, just because it's just so quirky. Like it's such an oddball car. I remember I used to want to get a Patriot and do kind of the same concept this guy did. I'm not really the wide body and stance quite as much as just slamming a Jeep Patriot because they're so cheap. You can get, I remember you could get a 2015 for like $7,000 at the time.
Damn.
They're very cheap cars. Casey Curry's Trophy Jeep has an LS motor. That's interesting. Usually, if people do Wrangler builds, they usually will throw a Hemi in it, or like one of the older
I don't know. I've seen a bunch of Jeep style S's in them.
yeah, I know. Isn't Evan Shank's dad's Wrangler LS swapped?
He has two of them.
He's got two LS Wranglers.
Yeah. Again, it's not my.
Yikes.
I don't know. Not crazy about Wranglers.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. We got a Jose Para 719 message request. We'll throw that up here in a second. Oh, it's a Gen 1. Okay.
Another sports wreck.
Yep. Let me pull this up on here. Go to my messages here. Go ahead and throw that up. We'll go. Okay, so we got a Gen 1. It's silver. Okay. It's got a pinstripe on it. Like I said earlier on, the Gen 1s are usually the ones that actually got pinstriping.
That was a thing, like a pretty popular thing in the early 2000s.
Yeah, a
My
lot
truck
of
has
cars did
one.
it. Yeah, Hayden's truck has. Yours is black, right? Black pinstriping in your truck? Or is it gold?
It's red.
Red. This one's got a red pinstripe as well. Is this champagne or silver?
I think it's champagne. Just from
Yeah.
the. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just reflecting off those walls. I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah. Stock headlight setup, which is great actually. Usually they're so ruined the stock headlight stuff, and this one looks pretty alright. He's got the bug visor on the hood deal going on, much like Hayden's Ranger does. It's always a nice touch because people's hoods will get so damaged if you don't have them, but you have to kind of keep track of them. I'm pretty sure this one looks like the guy did a good job
Oh, he
about.
says it's silver. It looks straight champagne in this
Okay,
picture.
yeah, yeah. The lighting made it look a little bit like that champagne color they sold these in. But I know this guy probably looks like he does get behind it and cleans it because if you don't, it can really tear stuff up. On the paint behind it. He sent me a couple other pictures we can look at as well. So he's got it looks like some chrome wheels. He's got the side steps, which is kind of something you don't see very often anymore.
They like mine, but just silver.
Yeah. So he sent me another couple of pictures. So here's the back picture. He has the same taillights I used to. Well, technically mine are still those taillights, just vinyl or tinted over. Um,
Yeah.
he's got the mud flaps, which you don't see very often in these trucks either anymore. Um, say XLT, so you got the good trim. So this is an 03, at least an 03. He's got the badge. Or possibly an 02. I think they actually introduced that badge in 02. I can't remember. But anyway. All in all, I like the silver. It's a pretty it's obviously a little bit in the early stages of building, which is great. It's fine. I mean, we've all been there. CG styles always, or the Altizza styles, are not a bad choice at all. I still kind of prefer them over the stock ones. The stock taillights, just in my opinion, the candy apple red is just not a good look. So the CGs definitely clean things up. He's got another picture here. It's got new headlights. Okay, so here it is with the black housings, like what mine technically are. And you can get a better look at the wheels as well. He's got what looks like some sort of chrome little lip on the fenders, which is a pretty nice touch. Back wheels are actually sitting pretty flush. I would say probably it's probably like a little bit inside the fender, but not like bad at all. That's mainly because of that lip, but it's definitely not a bad look. He's got the fogs, which is nice. Lucky. I wish I had fog lights. Oh, I just noticed something, Hayden. The gloss black mirrors. Something that I don't think
Oh yeah, they're not the matte.
neither of
Matte
our.
finish.
Is your truck's mirrors are painted, right?
No.
So we both have the matte finish. So that's a nice touch. He's got the gloss black mirrors, it looks like, which is pretty cool. You don't see that very often, I don't think. In this picture, it looks really, really good. Like the paint looks fantastic in this light. Black housing is always a really good place to go. So yeah, that is.
Yeah. I would just like to see the black continued throughout, since that's like seems
Yeah,
like the accent color he's trying to go with the headlights and the taillights and the mirrors.
all that.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to
Other
follow
than that,
him, you guys can right here on Instagram. You guys can go check out his build as well. Pretty good looking little truck. Not gonna lie, it's not bad at all. He's got the color matched door handles, which is something I do wish I had. So Magnum brought up a minute ago Gingium's Miata.
the lifted one.
He said it was supercharged, but he actually just did a WRX swap on that thing. So it's running on a WRX motor and trans, all-wheel drive and everything, but it's a Miata.
Oh my god.
It's such an interesting build. Like I've been following it for a very long time. It's been all over the place the last few days. That car, I think that's probably why I think his channel's blowing up pretty good because of how much coverage that car's gotten. So I guess I'll just look it up here on just like Google Images. That way I'm not having to like siphon through pictures. But it's definitely different.
Yeah, ain't nobody copying that build.
Yeah, I mean lifted
That's
Miatas
like-
have kind of been popping up, but I don't think Subaru powered Miatas are popping up at all. So
Super
here,
powered as well.
yeah, it's got a WRX motor in it.
Oh, it sounded like you said super power.
Oh, so here it is. It's World Rally Blue, which is a very great color. Honestly, I'd like to see a lowered Miata, like a street Miata with this color on it. I think that would look kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's WRX powered. It's got turbo boxer in it. I bet it's probably a little bit easier to work on than an actual Subaru. It is all-wheel drive. It's got some pretty nice little wheels on it. I remember back in the day when it was this. I watched him back when it was this, and it had the supercharged 1.8 in it, or 1.6. I think this was a 93. It was a 1.6. Had
It would
like,
have been cool to do with that
huh?
if he made it a full track car with this all-wheel drive in it.
I'm curious to see if he's going to do it with this one. He actually was F20 swapping his track Miata,
Oh, that's cool.
which is turbocharged. He was talking about getting an F20 for that car, so I don't know if he still has. Oh no, that's right. He moved towards doing a. He got a built 500 horsepower 1.8 off of a guy. And that's what he went with instead.
I was just thinking, you know how good all-wheel drive is on a track,
Yeah, so like something like
in
this.
that light chassis too. I'm sure the all-wheel
Yeah.
drive weighs a little bit extra, but like with the extra bump and power from
That thing
the
would move.
boxer, that thing would be a blast around the track.
I'm curious if he gets hate for putting the STI badge from the back of it.
People are gonna hate on anything.
Yeah, people are gonna trash him just for the fact it's a lifted Miata, but I think it's a unique build. And it's different and it's crazy, and that makes me about it. I've been watching Gingium since before he even had the car the first time, and it was black. That Miata was black. Then it went to this like dark olive green, and then he did like desert tan for a minute, which with like this light bar on it. Then it finally came to the Subaru swap. I remember because he drove the WRX that the motor came out of like ever. But my favorite build of Genjium's isn't actually that car or his turbo one for that matter. It's his truck that he's got, which I need to see if I can find a picture of. He's got a Mazda B series, but it's got quite the engine swap, which I'll tell you here in a second. So this is it. This is the picture of the truck. It's a old B2300 or B2200, excuse me. You'll notice right away, Hayden, you see this is a side exhaust. Can you hear me, Hayden?
Oh, God, what's in it?
1UZ out of a GS400.
Oh,
And it's manual swept as well. So it's a manual 1UZ truck. And it sounds crazy. It's a good sound. But here it is with the engine in the engine bay. It's a dual overhead cam, Japanese V8, and it sounds just wild. It's such a cool truck. And it's welded diff. I mean, he drifts it. I mean, he whips that truck around. He had FC before this truck that he was drifting around. He was like, he hated it, so he moved it towards the truck scene with this truck. But hey, I think what you're gonna really like is his camper build that he made out of an old school bus. It's a 6.0 truck, so that's a little sketch. I'm see if I can find a recent picture of it. So I guess that's it. So this is it. It's an old E350 bus that's got the 6.0, but on the inside it's been completely converted into a full-fledged RV. So it's technically an RV now. It's got its official RV kind of paperwork done. I mean, it's a full-fledged RV truck. And
that's sweet.
I think he got like 50,000 miles on it. It was very low mileage when he got it. It's tuned. It's got an upgraded turbo, so it's a little bit faster than your standard 6.0. It's definitely not like a record-breaking fast car or anything, but it's faster.
Probably just to counter out all that weight he had to put in.
Yeah, because I mean, I think he said it's like a 14-something thousand pound truck. It's very, very heavy. But I thought you'd like that one since that's I know you said that was kind of something you wanted to do for a while, was to kind of convert a bus into a
camper. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So that's some of our favorites of my favorites of Jin Jim's builds, because I don't think you watch Jin Jim, do you?
No.
Like I said, if I'm watching his comments or not comments, but his content for quite a while. Always cool stuff to look at from him. He always just does like the most unique builds. Do you want to? Okay, so we were talking about YouTuber builds earlier, Hayden. I want to get your opinion on Adam LZ's newest Evo TME.
I hope he cleans it up a little bit.
Yeah, because I would say I like the look. I mean, it's a great looking car. I like the wheels. He should keep the wheels. I think he should keep those.
Really, that's kind of the part I'm not a big fan of.
You aren't?
No.
He only has one picture of it on his Instagram, which is kind of sad. I'm surprised he's been posting it more. He did post a lot about it on Twitter, though. So he's got 3 CP9A Evos. 3!
Yeah.
Because he has one in Australia, right? And he's got the 2 that are in the US.
No, he's got one that's in UK.
Well, I think that's a CN9A. He's got his bio. That's his Evo 4. Dude's got so many cars. I wish I had that kind of money. He's got a 335, 3 S13s, an S15, 3 JZX Chasers, an F350 truck, an SY50 Mustang, a 350Z, an R32, 3 Evo 5s and 6s, an Evo 4, a 911 GT3, an E36, a 370Z, a Mark 5, and an R34.
Good God.
He's got so many cars. What do you think of the R34? I know you're
I
not
love
really a
it. I
Skyline guy.
love I love the bronze tees on that car.
With the midnight purple.
Yes, looks so good. I'm not really even a Skyline guy either,
Yeah, like same for me.
but that
I
car looks crazy cool.
like when it comes to Skylines, it's like R32 and R33 is kind of like the only ones I like. Anything past that, like R34 is fine. I don't hate the R34, but I really like the R35. To me, the 35 is just so overhyped. I've said that so many
You
times
think
though.
he's gonna still make 1,000 horsepower out of it? He hasn't said anything about that in a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like, I kind of want to conserve the value of that one because that one's probably worth some money.
Oh yeah, but
Being
that's
midnight
so
purple,
expensive.
being a midnight purple Skyline, that's just such a rare color. So speaking of midnight purple, Hayden, there's one Mustang I wanted to show you.
You've showed me this thing a few times.
SSR the guy who runs SSR Collision's car.
Yeah.
So I can find it. I don't remember his page name. I know I follow him, but I don't remember what it is. Shoot, what's it called? I guess we'll come back to that one. I do have one specific car that I know you're gonna love seeing. So I want your opinion on. That's a video. I need to find a picture.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Trying to find a very specific car that Hayden absolutely loves. There's quite a few. Give me a second. I'm trying to find this car that Hayden's gonna geek all about. This is pretty much Hayden's dream car. Give me just a minute. I'll find that, and he's going to love it because it's his dream car, and that's all he wants in life. Is one of these. Where is he? But yeah, so yeah, Hayden's gonna freak out over this one. So this guy's actually local. He's got a Terminator Cobra and a C7 Z06, which is just obviously, both are fantastic cars. I've gotten to see both cars in person, I believe, and they're both really cool. So I think Hayden's gonna freak out when I show him this thing because he's gonna be all over it. He loves these cars so much.
All right, I bet.
All right, so I need your opinion on this car here. I think you're gonna really like this one. This guy's from Atlanta. He goes to Cafe Nazi. He's got a Cobra, but that's not what I'm going to show you. It's his other car. So I need your opinion on this car here.
It's the guy with the C7 and the Cobra.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
So this is his C7 Z06.
I can't even see it yet.
Look at that. Can you see it yet?
Ooh.
So the only thing I think you're going to be a little upset about is it does auto. But it's it's the 8-speed car, but it's a 3LZ package, so it's the highest trim of the car.
I think it is.
He just got it back from getting cammed not too long ago, I think. So I mean, he just got like a good bit of work done to the car.
So it's good.
Yeah. So here's a video of him running in the car.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Just to know he got beat by GTR, which is kind of sad.
Oh, rip.
Them dang GTRs, dude.
So fast.
This thing is moved, dude. He just got it back and getting like some work done, which is really cool. See if here. This is the video of it chopping. There it is. I love that setup, dude. It sounds so good. So what do you think of that sound, Aiden? Are you one big fan?
I wish my car could sound like that.
Same. There's another one of him racing. That thing is so fast. But yeah, so it's an 8-speed car. You guys can go follow him here. Anti-Venom Z06. What'd you say?
I'd walk him.
Let's see. We can go back to his Cobra. Wait a moment. Come on. There we go. So this is his Cobra. You guys, if you guys watch that, and you've seen this car, I've seen it in person. It's really cool in person. So here it is here. It's got this really interesting snakeskin wrap, which a lot of people don't do anymore. It's very unique to his car. It's one easy way to tell when it's his car. It makes, I think, 700 wheel. It's got a whipple blower on it. It's got.
I wonder which one of those cars he prefers.
That is, I'm curious to know that as well, because I mean, since he has both, which one he thinks is better? I think that's probably why he got the automatic Corvette, was because he has the manual Cobra.
Yeah.
But it's a wild car. I'm curious to know what he dailies. I think he has a 335. He used to have at least. That was his daily. He dailied the 335i, had the Cobra, and then he had the C7, and then he had all three at one point. And I don't think he has it anymore. I think he sold the 335 not too long ago. Yeah, I like the Cobra. Obviously, I'm a Cobra fan, so automatically it gets a little bit of love from me, just being a Cobra. His C7 is just absolutely crazy. Let's see, who else could we talk about? Go through my messages again, see who all I've talked to. We could review cars on. Let's see. We did Michael's cars the last time around.
What do you think of Michael's new stripes?
Oh, I forgot about that. Let's take a look at that. When was the last time I messaged? Look on some Dodge page. There it is. 5 weeks ago. Sheesh. So Michael, not too long ago, did some new stripes on the Charger. I was talking to your mom on here, Hayden. So yeah, he's got the new stripes on. Michael was talking to your mom on here, but he's got the new stripes under the car, which look really good. He actually finally did the SRT 1 on the other side. Made it symmetrical, but I actually kind of like the black stripes a lot more than the ones he had.
Yeah, I really dig the black stripe. I like how he did that. He kept the yellow, but not all yellow.
Yeah, because the car used to be overwhelmingly yellow. It wasn't a bad look, but it was a lot of yellow. So he kind of toned it back a lot and went with a black and yellow kind of theme. Then of course he's got
Looks good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot more. I like the yellow look too, but this looks like a lot better in my opinion. You got his sister Scat Pack in the background and his mom's TA. You know, they're a big Mopar family.
Yeah.
And of course we can't forget Michael Speed 3 in the back. Michael Speed 3 just looking all dope in the back. Yeah, it came out really good on the car. The car just still looks fantastic. It's like I've said, I'm not usually a Mopar guy, but Michael's Charger is like one of the select few that I actually really like.
He didn't race it out like a lot of Mopar people do.
Yeah. So all in all, it came out really good. Here's another picture of the car with the new striping. This is just like when it was in a work in progress. He had the stripe ran all the way down to his tire when he was working on it. It's not a bad look, like I said. It's I like this a lot more than the original, like all yellow. The all yellow was fine, but I prefer this a lot more. I just noticed he didn't put the splitter guards back on either. He took those off permanently.
Yeah.
Dang. I wonder what's up with that. I wonder if someone like said something to him and he got bothered by it or something.
Welcome.
Yeah, screw people. People suck. Of course,
But it does look good without him too.
Yeah.
He might have just took him off and see what he liked him off. So
yeah. You know, we gotta look at the picture of him getting the E85. Gotta get that yellow pump.
Flexing.
He's the only one of us. Well, technically, your Ranger is flex fuel.
Yeah.
So you could run the 85 in the Ranger, but it would just plummet the fuel economy. And I know you said it's already not very good.
It's already bad enough.
I could just imagine just jumping tank. So I like Michael Stripes. This new Stripes a lot more than the originals. The originals were not a
Yeah,
bad
it was
look.
cool.
Hopefully sooner or later we can see him do more stuff with that car because the Charger's been kind of quiet since he got the Mazda. The Mazda's gotten all the attention. So I'm curious to see if he's going to get back to doing stuff with the Charger soon, or if he's kind of like happy where it's at.
I mean, I wouldn't blame if he's happy where it's at.
Yeah, I mean it's already
fast.
Yeah, it's already at 500 wheel.
Yeah, looks good as it sits.
Yeah, so
really doesn't need anything else.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is if you want to change the wheels up. I mean, the stock wheels are fine.
That's true. I mean, the stock wheels are great.
But
they're not like Ford stock wheels.
Yeah, Ford's outside like the performance pack wheels.
In that department.
Yeah, outside of the performance pack wheels, it's like Ford stock wheel department has not been in the game for a minute.
Especially on the poor V6s.
Yeah. Man,
my Mustang got ruined.
My dad's too. I don't like the wheels he's got on that car. I've been trying.
They're so small.
Yeah, that's really it. The style's not terrible. They're just tiny wheels.
All the freaking sidewall of the tire.
Like I've joked around if I ever sold the truck, I'd trade wheels with my dad. He'd get the motos, and I'd just take the stockers off his car.
You had to give him some sport lines or something too.
Yeah, it would look awful without lowering springs on the motives, I think.
Because the motives are going to raise it up some.
Yeah, because they're still big.
Humongous.
What's odd is S197s are some of the only Mustangs I've seen that can pull off like bigger than 20s. So it's like, again, like S197 and S550, like the two generations of Mustang that can pull off bigger wheels. Everything else just kind of looks ridiculous. New
I
Edge.
like that pun. Nice.
I was unintended, actually. I just said that, and I was like, wait a second. The New Edge. Oh, my gosh. I don't like New Edges with anything bigger than like 18s or 19s.
19s even look a little big.
Yeah. It's like S2... Oh, crap. It's like S2Ks. You get bigger than like 17s or 18s, it's like, that's way too big.
Yeah, 18s, it takes like some work to get those to look good, not like dubberonis.
Yeah. The S2K pulls off like 17s.
The Jenny Rock's 19s just fine.
Yeah, Jenny looked good with 19s, but
20s were pushing it. There was a couple guys in the Genesis Coupe Club that had 20s, and I was not the biggest fan.
Yeah. You were the biggest fan of any of their cars, though. Or was it more the people? Was it more the people?
It was more the people.
Yeah, from what it sounds like, the old Genesis Coupe Club wasn't really very nice.
It's what all the Civic kids hop to.
Yeah, they hopped into VQ platforms and Genesis.
Yeah, like, oh my lord. They were so toxic. It was so bad.
That's always been my big complaint with like a lot of the import scenes. Not every scene is bad. Like the Honda community, ironically enough, people dog on the Honda community all the time. Oh, they're all racers. They all drive stupid little Hondas. But I'm like, they're actually like the nicest people I've come across in the car community. Like easily the nicest. Like every single Honda guy I've talked to is just so supportive and just super kind. But like a lot of the Dodge community outside of like Michael and like a couple other people like Ben and Eric, they're kind of like just like they never spoke to us like me and Hayden. They kind of just ignored us. But Eric and Ben were like the only two Dodge people that actually would sit down and talk with us, and Michael, of course, obviously. The Nissan community, oh my goodness, every VQ guy I've come across. I don't really want to get much more than that, but just a lot of the import scene is not the nicest. Outside of like Honda. I haven't met anyone in the Toyota scene. I can't really comment on MR2 people or anything like that, or Supra people. I've never met anyone with a Supra. I know they'd want to hang out with me, but I've met a couple people in the Speed 3 scene, and they're all right. Again,
one guy with a Supra that was really cool.
Who?
I met him at racetrack while I was working.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I wasn't in the Honda, sadly.
You're like, gosh dang it.
But I saw Mark IV. I had to talk to the guy. I'm like, you shouldn't have drove if you didn't want me to talk to you.
But yeah, my part of my distaste for the VQ has always been mainly the community. I don't like the engine. I really don't. I don't like how they sound. But most of my gripes with them has been based off the people more than it is the car. It's part of like Mopar's as well. Why I don't like a lot of the Mopar cars. It's
The Mustang community. Good God.
yikes. Outside of Nemesis and like the couple of people like that subscribe to the channel that I've gotten to talk to a little bit that have Mustangs, it's yeah, it's pretty bad.
Don't have a V6 Mustang in the Mustang community. You'll have a bad
Oh my
time.
gosh, I can only imagine for you. It was when you had your 4.0 back in the day. Because Hayden used to have a
Yeah.
Mustang. Hayden used to be a Mustang guy. Once upon a
Now I
time.
hate them.
I wouldn't say he hates them, but they're definitely not his favorite.
I'm salty at the community.
Which is ironic because Hayden said he actually found some Mustangs he liked. I think it was like one of them was an SI50, and you were like, I don't know if I could buy it just to talk so much crap about them.
Yeah, shit on the way they sound all the time.
Oh man. Okay, so everyone knows my worst experience in the car community. What's your worst experience in the car community, Hayden? What was like the one thing that stood out? You were just like, oh my gosh, these people suck.
God, I'm trying to think of like
Without
one
naming
specific
names,
time.
because we could easily name, a lot.
I don't know, dude. Just like going on like thinking, are they advertised it on the Genesis Coupe Club as going on a cruise,
Mm-hmm.
but it being highway takeovers?
Yeah. I've always said people are going to think I'm a wuss for this, but I'm going to comment on something that I saw recently that happened down in Florida. I don't know if you've seen it too, and it's been all over like the car side of Instagram. It was a group of people. There was a guy with a Hellcat who was doing an intersection takeover, and a doggone ambulance and a fire truck were trying to get through, and they just kept going. They looked to the ambulance, just kept going, and blocked traffic off, and stopped those emergency vehicles. And I already thought that intersection takeovers were like the dumbest thing in the car community. I thought it was like these are the kind of people that make us look bad. People like us who just want to go to meets and chill and not do anything stupid. Like I prefer street racing to this, and I don't street race. I prefer street racing intersection takeovers. I would say
That's 100% safer in my opinion.
100. Oh yeah, 110% safer than intersection takeovers. I mean, people have died in intersection takeovers. It was quite publicized, a while back that some dude in a Challenger wrecked during an intersection takeover and died at the scene. But I think you turn into a real douchebag when you start blocking emergency vehicles because they're already blocking traffic. You're already being a douche in that regard. But when you start blocking emergency vehicles trying to get to people that are like in a really bad situation, it's a scummy thing to do. And I think it's what makes the community look bad. It's why communities kick car meets out. I mean, it's literally the biggest reason why. You get scummy people like that just ruin the entire scene for everyone, and it irritates the living crap out of me. Atlanta's had a huge issue with it lately. People just doing takeovers like crazy. I don't go to them. I don't support them, so I don't go. I refuse to support any sort of stuff like that. I would rather go and watch street racing than go to watch an intersection takeover because it's just so risky. I mean, there's just a lot that can happen. And it's not even actual drifting. They're going in a circle. But that's, me ranting on about intersection takeovers. Didn't it, what did you do when they would do that? Would you just bounce?
Yeah, I just dip.
They start pulling off on the side of the interstate. And you're like, oh great, here we go.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not about to do this.
Yeah.
I didn't like I. That's after I just got my underglow ticket. I was not looking for another one. I was already pissed. I had to pay something.
So that was like recent. I was like, well, I wouldn't say recent, but
No, not really. A
but
couple years ago.
yeah,
But it was in Mexico.
yeah. Dude, that was like such a nice car. I love that Genesis so much. It just sounded. Oh man.
It sounded so good. The pops were just made the car.
And the exhaust. Oh my gosh, that car just. I always say the Genesis 3.8 is my favorite V6 just because of the sound. Sure, it's not as
Sounds so buttery smooth.
yeah. I mean, sure, it's not really synonymous with holding high horsepower or anything, but it's definitely the best sounding V6 ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
You get 500 wheel out of them all day, so that's plenty of fun.
Oh yeah, plenty of fun. I mean, they're not infamous.
They're kind of boats, but
yeah, but it's like the best sounding V6 you can ever come across by far. The Genesis 3.8 is the best. I don't really know. I've got a lot of things I could say my worst experience in the car community is. I guess what story I could talk about was very early on in the boosted days back in the day. I'd gotten a Winchell banner to support them. You guys might remember that. I used to rock the banner for quite a while. I had some group of rednecks like, "Is that thing boosted?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Well, why I got no banner on, you gaffer?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, screw you," and I just drove off and just ignored them. Like that's just one instance. I wouldn't say it's the worst experience I've had, but I mean, there's been a few meets where I'd gone to, and I'd like sat around the truck for a minute, and I got laughed at. I got pointed. Like I would watch people just walk by and laugh at the truck as they like walk by it because it was around the time I had the ST badge on, so people made fun of me for that for so long. That's why I took it off.
Yep.
I got so irritated at people making fun of me for it. I just was like, all right, you know what? Screw this. I took the badge off, and that was that.
You put it back on.
Probably not.
Damn.
I don't want to go through that again. I mean, that was annoying. I cared too much about what people think, and that's like my biggest issue. Is why I got so irritated with lots of other people. You know, lots of comments are made to me in previous years. I don't really know. I don't really want to get into anything more than that. That go further into that rabbit hole.
Yeah, they used to get on my nerves too. That's why I sold my Mustang.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. People say now.
yeah.
Say I drive a girl's car. I don't go, "Ah, damn.
Faster than their
Shit's
car.
awesome.
Faster than a lot of people's cars. Faster than mine. Do I need to find the video again? Oh gosh, it was bad. But yeah, the community at times can just be awful, and that's one thing that's definitely deterring when you're wanting to be a car guy. It's more often than not you run into the bad apples before you meet the good apples. You know, you're gonna run into the guys that are like, "Oh, your car's trash."
The shit talkers are a lot more vocal than
The nice people
the
are.
non.
Usually, like the people who are nice, like kind, they are usually kind of like quiet. They don't talk very much. You kind of have to introduce yourself to them, kind of people. Um, Man, I just feel bad for like a lot of people who are trying to get into the scene. People, for example, who buy like an EcoBoost Mustang and get started, and then they get thrashed for it. What?
Hey, you remember that one time?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Um, Dude got thrashed by an EcoBoost, and I was like, it's not even that slow. Just because it's not a V8 doesn't mean it's bad, you know. And ironically, the person that was, I literally was right there watching the person who was like screaming at this dude, "Well, you're revving your EcoBoost, it's garbage." It's like the EcoBoost way outrun the dude's car that was talking smack. So I can't stand people sometimes. The car community is just toxic, and it sucks at times because it's a bit demoralizing because you kind of just have to develop a circle of people that don't suck. And that's kind of the hard part about the car community. You have to build kind of a circle of people that don't suck. And that's, for example, like my current circle with Hayden and Michael. They don't suck, obviously. I wouldn't be friends with them if they suck. So we support each other's builds, even though we're all completely diverse. I mean, Hayden has an S2000. It's like, an icon. Michael's got a Charger, which is just a big American icon. He's got the Speed 3, which is, its own right. And then there's me, and I've got the oddball build, and I'm the one who's like, hi. I'm not iconic or, like I don't have like a special car or anything. So, but we
We all
support
start
each other.
somewhere,
Huh?
I mean, we all start somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of how
This is
being
your
a car guy
first
goes.
mini build.
Yeah. I mean, I have plenty of plans, and hopefully a couple of years from now, I'll be able to actually have a platform that, alongside the truck. I don't really think I'm going to sell it anytime soon unless I just get a large surge of money and I want a car right then and there and I haven't moved yet. Then I might consider it, but the likelihood of that is so low. You gotta just have to build a circle, and that's what sucks. You have to kind of wade through the bad to find the good, and then you become friends with them, and that's kind of how, like for example, meeting Hayden, because I wasn't meeting Michael, but I knew Michael long before he was in the cars. I kind of had to wade through the bad, and then I met Hayden, and we became really good friends, and here we are. We started hanging out and all that stuff. We could pretty much go through the whole story about what happened to the original group and all that stuff, but we're not, because we don't want to put personal business on blast. That's not us. But, it's just, you kind of have to build a circle. You just kind of have to build your own circle, and find people that aren't complete douchebags, and sure, that might take some time because you have to kind of you got to kind of like go through the bad first. You have to kind of fight your way through all the bad people to find the one good one, and that's kind of what I'm pretty sure all three of us have had to do to make friends in the car scene. We've all met people that are awful and just rude and just brutal. It's anyone that doesn't like what they like, and then you find the guys that are like Hayden and Michael, who are accepting of other builds, even if it's not something they would personally do. And that's kind of what it takes. You just have to kind of wade through until you find the right people. Magnum said, "I know, yeah." Magnum said, "I know how that feels." People try to joke about me for not having the Hemi and the Magnum, and so I start asking what they've done to their cars. That's pretty much what you got to do. A lot of the times, people who talk smack on people's builds, it's people that either don't have a car or have a barely modified car, and they're just jealous. Like, I hate saying it that way, but it is usually people that are jealous of someone for having a quote-unquote nicer car than them.
Possible.
Yeah. And that's usually people who throw a lot of shade at people individually. Like, people can have dislikes for certain brands. Like I've said, I'm a Ford GM guy who doesn't really like a lot of Mopar's builds, a lot of Mopar's cars. Obviously, like some exceptions. Like I like the Neon SRT4. I like the Magnum RT. I think that's a really cool car. Because I like wagons, and I think the Magnum was like a cool little American wagon because we don't really get a lot of them nowadays. And like Michael's Charger, that's like the only really like big Mopar builds that I like. But I don't go to Mopar people just like, oh, you drive a Mopar, you must be stupid. I'm not one of those kind of people. I mean, I don't do that to people in general. I don't ever go after people.
Should have bought an LS.
Yeah, I'm not one of those guys that like comes after them. Trying to think of you just gotta be you just gotta find that circle, and it's usually people that are hating are the ones who don't have a car. Cody Justice, hey there, bud. What is up, man? I think he's got a Camaro, actually. Speaking of LS is hating, your time to shine. Because I remember seeing his username pop up recently. SS Justice. Yep, that is him. I guess we'll review his car over here. Why not? He didn't submit, but we'll do it anyway. We've seen this car before. We've actually talked to him at a meet before. It's a really nice 5th Gen SS. The first time we actually saw this car was at a GameStop. I think I actually do. Yeah, remember we went to GameStop one day. We took a picture of it.
Yeah,
yeah, it's that car. Yeah. So that is this car, and we've talked to this guy before at one of Nemesis meets back in the day. I'm surprised I remember that. So yeah, this is his 5th Gen SS, which I just love the dark blue. It's different. I like the grill too. I'm usually not one for removing the bow tie, but that's actually a pretty clean look.
God, I want one so bad.
Same. Oh, I just noticed he got the ZL1 bumper. I just noticed that.
No,
how did I not notice that when I saw the car in person? But I really like the ZL1 bumper. That's like, if I ever got a 5th Gen, that's like the first thing I would do is a ZL1 conversion on the front. Because I'm not really too crazy about the stock SS bumper. Like, it's fine. I mean, it works, but I prefer the ZL1 bumper if I had a choice. The wheels are a really good choice. I haven't seen this car in person in a hot minute. I do remember seeing it at Nemesis meet. I've seen it at GameStop. I've seen him driving around here a little bit from time to time.
Isn't that thing like crazy loud?
It's very loud, but it's a good sound.
That's awesome. They always sound good when they're loud.
Yeah, Camaros are one of the very few cars that you can straight pipe and they sound fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A lot of cars you straight pipe and they're just like, oh.
My car is the opposite.
Yeah, this car is the complete opposite. Actually, here's a video of it running. I just noticed there was a cop that drove by right as he did that.
No fucks given.
I want to bet he probably just didn't notice it.
Golly.
But yeah, Camaros are just one of those cars that you could like, or LS cars in general. You can make them obnoxiously loud. You can straight pipe them and they sound great.
Dude, we got to put LS in my car.
We got to do it now. LSA?
I'm down.
There we go. But yeah, this thing just looks great. Car's just fantastic. I just love 5th Gen Camaros. If you guys want to, you guys can go check out his Instagram right here. SS_Justice. Like I said, really cool 5th Gen.
I'm looking at 5th Gens on car gurus right now.
I did that earlier. I don't know if you saw it. There's a 2010 2SS for 12.
Oh God, that's cheap.
It's silver.
What's wrong with it?
It's got some mileage. It's like 126K.
Yeah, so
I was gonna go find it real quick and I'll send it to you. Because I was looking at it this
I'll
morning.
probably see it in a second.
I was on Car Gurus. That's where I saw it.
I'm on car gurus right now.
Let's see. It's silver. It's a 2010.
Gotta filter this to V8.
You might have to raise the mileage restriction,
I don't have a mileage restriction.
like the radius.
Did you have it filtered to manual?
Yeah, manual and V8. May have been sold already. I don't know. It was a 2SS. Oh, I found it. It's right
39.
here.
Damn, that's sad.
There you go. I found it.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, you found it, Snellville.
124K. Yeah, Snellville.
The only thing I don't like is I don't like that weird like quilted floor it's got. I don't like that. I'm not crazy about that. But the rest of it, I like.
Yeah.
I'd buy it, dude. I mean, it's got some miles, but I mean, LSs are pretty well known for not being deterred by mileage very much. It's got a couple wrecks on the record,
Oh yikes.
but it looks like it was put back together all right.
I just want LS so bad.
What's your opinion on the Monte Carlo SS?
No thanks.
You don't want the front wheel drive LS?
There's a yellow Z01 for 31. Hell yeah.
Man, I would love to have a Z01. I got to head out and go to bed and get up to post Instagram content for Wednesday and then get back to get it for work at 4 a.m. Later, guys. Nice talking to you all. Do not get sick. You too, Magnum. Stay safe.
Appreciate it, Magnum.
And I'll tell you, speaking of getting sick, I know I had a really bad stomachache this morning that woke me up at 5 in the morning.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
I got scared. I was like, do I have the Rona? And I looked it up, and it's not even a symptom. I was like, okay, we're good. It still sucks, but I'm still feeling it now. But I was miserable earlier. I was like, I barely ate today. Like, I just couldn't do it. I don't know what happened. I've had this reaction before to Papa John's pizza, and that's what we had last night. So I'm curious if I just got a really bad pizza.
It's so greasy.
It is, and since I've been, working on weight loss, I haven't really been eating a lot of greasy foods, and I guess that just, made my stomach angry.
Yeah, if I've been trying to eat well and then like I eat something like shitty, it makes me feel like ass.
Yeah. But would you buy that 2010 for 12 grand?
Probably not, but
Just due to the wrecks?
yeah, and I don't know.
You don't want silver?
Not really. I don't want silver.
But I was actually looking up out of curiosity about doing the 2014 rear conversion, which is I prefer the 2014 rear, but I prefer the 2010 to 13 front.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of prefer the 10 to 13 front a little bit.
Oh, for the
1450. I think the 1450 looks good.
Because then you can swap the 6th gen front on it, and I'm all about that.
I think you can do it on the 10 to 13s as well.
I haven't seen anything about that.
I have to look, but you can the conversion to put the rear end of the 1450 is easy. I mean, obviously it's the same platform. You just have to do a harness conversion, which isn't hard. There's a company that makes it, and then getting a hold of like the buckets or the taillights and the trunk and all that stuff. So I think the trunk's different between the two. And the rear fascia, obviously. That's really it. You don't really have to do a whole lot to do it. I mean, it'll still be kind of pricey, but I'd be worth it for me. I don't really like the 10 to 13 rear so much. Like over like the 14, 15. It's not bad. I think it looks better than like an F body.
You put those lights. It's just 6 head in them, and it cleans it up a lot.
Yeah, it does. Like a stock taillight setup on the 5th gen, you need something like that to really
at least 10 them.
Like this one actually doesn't look too bad. It's got tinted tails on it, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's that silver and black combo always bugs me for some reason.
Yeah, like here's the tinted combo on the back. You see, we got the reverse lights tinted. That's different. But I'd buy this. I mean, I'd be a little risky over the 2 accents on records, but trying to see if it's an RS package or not. Yeah, it is. It's an RS package, so it's an RSSS. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still an LS car for 12 grand. That's rear-wheel drive, because you could probably get a Monte Carlo or a Impala SS for cheaper. Those aren't worth jack.
I just think I'm gonna hold out until I can afford a
6 gen.
A 6 gen, just because I really want one for some reason.
Oh, 7 new GTOs. Oh no. Hayden.
So no.
That's the dream car right now. My attainable dream car is a GTO. So,
I have a guy that probably trade you a Tahoe if you're into that.
oh, I don't want another. I don't think I'm gonna ever do another truck after this one.
With 200K on it.
No. Here we go. Perfect, Hayden. It's the same exact price as that Camaro. How about a 06 GTO with the same mileage?
My God, why are they so expensive?
Because I guess because they were only a couple year car.
Jeez.
I think they're only made from 04 to 06. I mean, they were only around for a couple years, but this one's black, which I like already. It's stock wheels. You don't see that very often anymore. It's a 6.0, so it's an LS2 car. I don't know. I know you're not crazy about those. Have the
Gosh,
6-speed.
dude. Here's an AP1 S2K. It has 92K and it's still 15 grand. Go.
S2Ks are so expensive, dude. I feel like I'd have an easier time getting a Camaro than I would getting an S2K or a GTO. I guess really my issue, people are probably going to be like, why the heck is this Ford guy looking at Camaros and GTOs? I blame Hayden, first off. He got me really hardcore in LS stuff, and I kind of decided that an LS would kind of be one of the first cars to look into my next build. I think the only way I could really see myself buying a Mustang now is if I bought an S550. That's like the only way. Because, I mean, I can't lie, the S550 interior is a little bit better than the 5th gen and the GTO. They're both fine. They both have all the features I need,
but they're not in those price ranges either.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I had the money to spend
They're
on
in
an
6th gen
S550,
price range.
yeah. And that's where the dilemma comes, because I think the 6th gen has a better interior.
Is where you want to be.
Yeah, the Alpha chassis is an all around like better handling car. It's such a hard decision at that point. Like I feel like if it was Coyote versus if it was S550 versus like 5th gen or GTO or stuff like that, I think I'd probably still get the S550. But I think in the case of the like 12 to 15 grand range, which is you're never going to find an S550 at. I mean, you've got S197s with more mileage around that price. And I'm not really one who'd buy a Gen 1 Coyote. That's like I probably like the one I trust the least out of the Coyote line. Well, that's a lie. I trust the Gen 3 less. I trust the 18s and 19s a lot less than I do the 11 to 14s. The only way you'll ever see me get one of those if it's a 15 to 17. But it's like at that point, like if it's SY50 versus 5th gen, I mean it's obvious I'd pick the SY50. It's a nice interior, probably less miles. If I had that kind of money, but if it was like if I was sitting at 30 grand exact and I had a really clean low mileage SY50 and a pretty clean low mileage 6th gen, that'd be a really hard choice. Because I really like the 6th gen. It's such a good car. I mean, there's a reason it's been heralded as like the best Camaro ever. What would you choose, Hayden? I think it's a dumb question.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the S50 versus 5th gen argument?
Still gonna go Camaro.
Dang.
I think LS is way more.
Yeah. I've always joked around and said if Hayden bought a Camaro, I'd be obligated by law to buy a Mustang just to complete the trifecta with Michael.
Yeah, we'd have the big three.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have the Mustang, he'd have the LS.
That would dust you guys.
Wait till I get the V people around there, boy.
Law when you blow out second gear.
You mean third?
Both.
The MC82 is kind of trash, not gonna lie.
Enjoy your Tonka shifter.
Oh, dang. Fun fact, Hayden's actually driven several MC82 cars.
Yeah.
2 or 3, right?
My favorite.
You drove the Boss and you like that. You like the Boss.
Boss was better, but it's so weird feeling. It's not what I look for in a shifter.
Yeah, because Hayden prefers notchy and like kind of like a ratcheting feel. And have you driven an MC82? I know probably Outlaw T5R and Deep Blue probably both have MC82 cars, so they obviously know how they feel. But MC82s are very, very buttery. They're like they're like really smooth to go through the gears on. They're great for daily driving, but if you're wanting to do spirited driving, you need a short throw shifter of some sort on those cars. You cannot run the stock shifter on the MC82.
It reminded me of the Genesis shifter, which I wasn't crazy about either.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. I remember driving it. I mean, it was a lot better than the cars I've driven that were manual in the past. I've only driven a handful of manual cars, and I think S2K is probably still my favorite. I think it's my favorite shifter. I'm also one of those that like the ratcheting stuff. And then Genesis is right underneath that because I think the Genesis shifter was pretty
The
good.
350Z has a good ass transmission too. I hate
Yeah.
to give like credit to VQs, but
Oh, Michael Speed 3 was great too.
Michael Speed 3 is really good.
And plus he just rebuilt that shifter, which makes it even better. I've been in 2 Speed 3s. One had a really, really sloppy shifter, and the other was Michael's. And Michael's is just on point. A really, really good feeling shifter. So I guess let me rephrase that. I think it'd be S2K, Speed 3, Genesis. And then the Kia, because the Kia shifters. Sorry, Liam.
It's pretty bad.
That car has so much playing gear, it's not even funny. Like you
Need
can
to rebuild it.
Yeah, technically when you put the key in gear, you can shake it like it's in neutral. It's pretty bad. It's got a really long throw for a hatchback. It's like you're rowing a boat trying to shoot
That
that
V6
car.
Mustang I drove was like that too. It was really bad.
The 3.7 that had the MT82.
Mm-hmm.
What's odd is Derek Man Productions prefers the stock shifter over like a Barton or an MGW, which I thought was interesting.
I'd have to drive it. I don't know. Stock shifter was not doing it for me.
Yeah. And you said the boss probably did the boss feel like it was aftermarket shifter or was it just like an upgraded shifter? Or
I don't know. It was not the same.
But
for
it
sure.
still probably wasn't great.
Yeah, I mean it was better.
Wonder if it was
But
just
again, it's
the lower mileage.
still not on the. In my opinion, wasn't on the same level as like where my car is at, or like a 350Z or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot you drove it.
More superior motor, but
yeah, I forgot you.
I guess people just kind of look past that because the Coyote's pretty decent.
Was your ex girlfriend's 350Z manual or was it auto?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that was that. I'm guessing
Yeah.
that's the 350Z you drove.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that thing was so fun to do clutch dumps in.
Oh man, you didn't have to worry about breaking dips.
No, she like sent it, and I was
You're like, all right, don't tell me twice.
just like sound like I dumped a beehive out the back though.
That's right. Did she have? What did she have?
She had a Tome.
She had a Tome.
Yeah, with like 70 millimeter test pipes, and it was loud.
Yikes! Not my favorite setup in those cars.
Full trumpet status.
Oh,
I made sure to give her a lot of shit for that.
Liam, when I filmed a video last week where I took the bike to the junkyard, after I cut the camera off, Liam, then I said I did a full pull for him after I cut the camera off on the way back home from the hair salon, and he said my truck sounded like a GTR. I was like, no, no. I was like, don't make that comparison. I don't like how the GTR sounds. He was like, yeah, it sounds like a trumpet. And I'm like, no, it is not. That's a really raspy trumpet. That's a trumpet.
Oh, your trumpet got fucking ran over by a semi-truck. That's hilarious.
And then you try to blow into it anyway.
It kind of falls apart in the middle.
I still think my truck's probably one of the better sounding sport tracks. Not gonna lie, that's a little biased, but I think it's one of the better sounding V6 ones. I think it's just a touch loud. I think it could be a touch raspy. The volume's okay, but it's loud. But the rasp is like
make up for it.
Yeah, it's got some mean pops.
It's give and
like
take,
low.
man.
Yeah, so either you get really loud and obnoxious, and you get pops, or you get no pops. And I prefer pops.
You don't have explosions like I have, though.
Oh my gosh, the SUK. I didn't even know we did that when you did it the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? When did you start doing that? They did just start doing that one day, and you're just like, oh, sweet.
No, yeah, I told you the day I was like, I finally figured out the gear to really make it pop in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I found out.
You're like, oh, yes.
It took a lot of messing around to figure it out, but figured out how to get explosions out of it.
I still think we should put side pipes on it if you do the Viper ACR look just for fun.
Oh, Jesus.
We got to do it. If you're going to go full ACR style, we got to do the side pipe just to be funny.
Jesus.
But only do it on one side since you got to Cinco exit.
Just wide pipe it.
People will be like, Well, technically your car came dual exits. You could run a dual exit side pipe.
Yeah, they were fake from the factory.
That was Y piped, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was right at the tips too. Like it was like Y and then mufflers and then the tips.
I'm like, man. You can't have a true
The Genesis wasn't true dual either though.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, wasn't it like kind of like a truck where like wide in and then went back out to two?
Yep.
Interesting. That's weird.
But it it only wide at the tips, which was weird.
Okay.
It was like you'd have to look up a setup of it. It's like weird how they did it.
Yeah. The truck, I believe it how it went. I think it was just a Y and then just straight back. I think that was literally all it was. And I tell you that I figured out how they did. I just remembered it recently when I was doing the review video how they did what they did with the stock Y pipe after the cats, because that's usually where it Ys in, is that right after the cats.
Mm-hmm.
They cut it up and turned them into downpipes.
Oh, really?
And that's how they managed to get it to be a real true dual exhaust. Is they took the stock Y pipes and then just made it downpipes. So it's technically got downpipes now. I just don't say it does because I mean it's technically the stock Y pipe has been chopped up, which is nice. And then it goes into the X pipe. But I'll
Just
be
loving
honest.
the obnoxious life.
It's not too bad when you're just kind of putting it around. It's a little noisy, but and that's usually where I keep it. I don't really beat on it too much, mainly because I know I'll get in trouble if there's even remotely a cop in the remote. Same like solar system's the thing now.
Oh, dude, they're here in your house now.
I did it when I came to the house the other day. I went all the way to the top of first like 3 times though. I'm not gonna lie, I was beating the brakes off that thing.
When you were leaving my house?
No, when I was coming to your house.
Oh.
Mainly because some idiot tried to turn left into the Chevronalds through the right turn only lane.
Oh, fun.
So I got really upset, went around them, and just floored it right at their window. And I accidentally ran it all the way to the top of second gear. So, thanks. I was moving.
Be all right.
I was like, oh crap! I should have slowed down. Yeah, it's not terrible. I feel like on a road trip it might be a little bad. Makes me a little anxious to take it anywhere like longer. I'm curious to see whenever we go to Cafe Natte. That'll help me decide whether whether I think it's too drony or not. Because I haven't gotten to do that lately since Cafe Natte's been put on pretty much hold until this is all over. Okay, Hayden, here we go. Would you buy this 1967 GTO for $65,979?
No.
4,500 miles.
No.
That's crazy. 4,000 miles in 1967. That is an old car for that low miles.
Shit, I think it's ancient.
Most cars you could buy like on used lots don't even have that low miles. Like the last like 3 years. Let's see. What else can we look at?
Bollocks.
I don't want to look at Pollux. That's not my. I don't mean that way.
You don't know.
CTSV. Parts Farm selling a CTSV LSA. If you want it.
There we go.
Oh, this ain't bad. 05 CTSV for 14.6.
Is that what you're getting next?
I wish. I would not mind a CTSV. Even though this was right before they did the blower cars. I think that was like 09, I think. So still LS6, which is fine. I mean, that's a good motor. Interior is still really nice, even for 2005 standards. I would need to upgrade the head unit. I don't think I could rock the stock head unit in those cars. They don't have Bluetooth audio or anything. I kind of like my Bluetooth audio. It's like got cloth seats. It's got like a leather. It's got like an odd like cloth leather kind of double kind of deal going on. Yeah, the stock head unit in these cars don't even have Bluetooth audio, which is kind of a problem for me. I kind of like that, and having CarPlay. I'd have to get a new radio quick fast in a hurry. It's got a little bit of miles. It's not 100K or anything, but it's got 82,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And they want 13, or they wanted with delivery it's 14.6, but without delivery it's 13.9. It's in Orlando, Florida. You know who's going to Orlando sometime this year?
Oh, Lord.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go down there and buy this car as much as I want to. I would be totally happy having a CTSV, even if it's an LS6 car. I prefer an LSA, but LO6 is fine. Go ahead and put my own blower on it.
That's all it needs.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hard to do, apparently. Might need to get a different hood, but that's really about it. Would not mind a CSV. Would not mind it at all. Would you rock a CSV Hayden?
Oh, for sure.
That's not a V2 with the blower.
Yeah.
Had to be a V1.
If it's a manual, I'll do it.
I think V1s only came in manual for a couple of years. Or the first few years.
Then I'm good.
Okay, what about, let's look at Neon SRT4s and see what those are going for right now. I feel like I'm going to have a hard time finding these dang things. They seem to be just getting harder and harder to find. Yeah, there's none on car gurus. Oh, wait, never mind. There they are. Cheapest ones in Kentucky, and it's $6,900.
Good lord.
It's got 151,000 miles.
There you go, Jordan. Goodbye.
Nope. There's one for 25. It's only got 17,000 miles, and it's in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We going to Wisconsin, Hayden?
I was going there tomorrow.
There you go. Perfect. You can buy it on your way. Holy crap, there's one on here that's 235,000 miles. It's in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Yikes. Cobalt SS. I think I'd actually buy a Cobalt SS before I would buy an SRT4. Not gonna lie. Where is the Cobalt? There it is. Cobalts. So many Cobalts. There's only 3 manual Cobalts on Cargers, and they're none of them are SSs. It's a yellow coupe though. That's nice, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Where's the Cobalt SS? Is it not on the same thing? I'm not even seeing it with the Cobalts. SS, SSR, Corsica, Corvair, the Confederate, the Classic. I'm not seeing it. Where is the Cobalt SS? Oh, the Tahoe Hybrid. There we go, Hayden.
Oh no.
The Tahoe Hybrid.
I'm gonna pass on that.
You ever heard the thing start up? It's just like boom. There's no starter noise or anything. You just turn the key and there's just boom. And like, oh, hi. I'm still confused on why they put a hybrid on a 6.0 truck. On like a 6.0 4-tack truck. It's like one of the least fuel-efficient vehicles ever. Nice interior, though. Not going to lie.
I think it only got like 20 miles a gallon, too, or something stupid.
Yeah, it was very crappy mileage. Where is it? I think there's information on that somewhere. They don't have it on here, but I know it's really bad. I mean, it's better than a normal Tahoe with the same engine. I just got a message on Instagram. Let me pull that back up. I'd accidentally closed it. Got a request message on here. So I have to go and respond to it. Okay, we got another Gen 1. This one's actually mostly stock. Let me pull this up on my computer. So there we go. Turn this off. Oh, rip. There we go. So it's that green color, Hayden. We don't see a lot of anymore. You don't really see this green very much. So it's a nice change of pace sometimes. It's got full color match. Oh, this is an Adrenaline. Like a Gen 1 Adrenaline, possibly. That's nice. Gen 1 Adrenalines are actually getting kind of hard to find now. You still there, Hayden?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's a mostly stock truck, but it is nice to see a Gen 1 Adrenaline. It's got, well, this might not be an Adrenaline, I'm not sure. It doesn't got color match mirrors or anything. It's the kind of flat mirrors. So it might be the XLT that had like the option for the cladding painted. This is what I want. So I'm starting to think maybe they changed the bumper design, because it's not like, you know how the Aztec, whenever they started painting the cladding on those, you could tell that it was just painted over.
Yeah.
This is actually like a really nice gloss finish. So I'm curious if they are different between the old gray cladding, I think what's on mine, and the full color match setup. So I might have to actually, buy some XLT bumpers or something like that.
Yeah, that'd suck.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it because my front bumper's destroyed anyways, but I definitely don't want to spend that money. I have to do some hunting. But yeah, it's a mostly stock truck with the green. It looks like it's either an XLT or an Adrenaline from 04 and 05. So it's definitely a nice change of pace. It's got full color match and everything. So it definitely looks good. I can't really give any more criticism than that. I mean, we don't really have like any sort of mods to go off of, but it's a really clean truck. It's in really great shape, it looks like from this picture. So I'll give him props for keeping it in good shape. So that is _da.black here on Instagram. If you guys want to check this truck out and watch it as he goes, and see maybe where this thing goes. See if hopefully one day we'll get to have him back on here, and we'll see some new stuff. I guess for everyone, we want to see everyone's builds kind of proceed as we go. So, yep, nice little clean truck. It's in really good shape. So, is there anything you wanted to add, Hayden? Anything you wanted to talk about?
No, I don't think so.
You think we've exhausted our topics?
Yeah, we've been going on for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
good.
Are you about ready to shut things down?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, guys, we've had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you all of you guys who submitted to the stream. I'm going to go ahead and take down the Instagram story since we're wrapping things up. Thanks all of you guys who have popped in here and joined the stream. Much appreciated, guys. We'll do this again very soon. I really like doing these streams, especially now that I've got I'm able to actually show the cars on Instagram, where you guys can see it. So we're definitely going to do these more often. Probably. Hey, do you think we could start doing this like a weekly thing, or do you think we should just kind of we have to just kind of do it randomly?
Yeah, we could do it weekly or maybe bi-weekly.
Yeah, because I mean, neither of us really doing anything right now. We could try to get Michael in too as well once he's not quite so busy, and we could try to get him in on this as well, because he's a bit more vocal than we are. So it'd be good to see his opinions on stuff. But for now, guys, thank you all of you guys for tuning in to the stream. I guess one last thing I'm gonna pop up is a good old plug for my boy here who is sharing the spotlight with me tonight. We can't, not plug him for popping in here. Hey, look, a new Nemesis page, a post. I gotta like that real quick. But we gotta go over to my boy here to make sure he gets plugged for the night. Not in that way. That sounded bad.
Okay.
So go follow my boy Hayden, Practice_Truth on Instagram if you guys want to see the S2K as it progresses. Your story with I Prevail went down. You guys can see this glorious picture we took when we were filming Monday's video of the S2K. I think you've got quite a few you still got to post that you took that day. You took a lot of pictures that day. So expect to see more stuff like that coming soon. You can also see old pictures like this one, which I really like. We took that a long time ago. And of course, this old gem here of me the truck, Hayden's car, and Brandon's Integra, which also looks considerably different now than it used to. But anyway, guys, go follow Hayden's Instagram. We will see you guys next time. I got a new video dropping tomorrow, just a channel update on everything. I do these once a month, so we're headed towards 1,000 subscribers, and I just want to thank you guys all for that. But yeah, for now, guys, we're gonna wrap things up here for the night. Hope you all have a good night. Stay safe out there, and we will catch you guys later on. See you guys later. Thanks again for tuning in tonight.